Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
A community is connections. We're committed to ensuring people stay connected to the services they need. That's why we're participating in the FCC's Affordable Connectivity Program. Go to allofiber.com/ACP to learn more.
Is a North Platte Post sports presentation. It's time for Bulldog football on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM and live streaming video at northplattepost.com. Bulldog football brought to you by Shelter Insurance. The Shelter Boys, Pete Bowles and Brent Rogo. Dave's Place and CT Troubleshooters. Another round in Rivers Edge Golf Course. Premier Toyota. And Sand Hills State Bank. Today's game also brought to you in part by Larry's Glass, the Dean Event Center, Great Plains Health, Great Plains Home Care, Larry's RV, Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan, and the North Platte Public Schools. Now let's take you out to the field with play-by-play voice of the Dogs, Paxton Gordon, and color analyst Scott Carlson.
Welcome in, everybody. Bauer Field. It is homecoming day. Well, evening in tonight, but it's been homecoming festivities all week. Welcome in, Paxton Gordon here with Scott Carlson, my color analyst, doing his awesome, amazing TikTok trends as always. Right, Scott?
That's right, baby. I meant to do this a little bit ago, and I forgot.
He forgot. Well, to be fair, he was distracted by the literal howitzer in the far end zone, which is going to be interesting to see if they actually use that in today's game. We were both quite shocked to see it. But Bulldogs taking on the Discoverers. Discoverers 1 and 3 compared to the Bulldogs 1 and 2. Hey, North Platte had a bye week last week, coming off their first victory of the year against Scotts Bluff in a close one. Scott, it was quite exciting, that victory over Scotts Bluff. A couple of key plays that kind of just were, I'd say, unexpected. A big fourth down conversion for a touchdown late in the second quarter, and then that decision with like 20 seconds left in the fourth to go for it on fourth down instead of kicking a field goal to waltz in for a game-winning touchdown.
Waltz. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man, it was an exciting finish, and you drive that far, you couldn't ask for anything more. We got to drive home with the W smile.
I know.
On our faces, and it was actually a pretty quick trip. It was. Scotts Bluff's not bad.
It doesn't hurt that you get a victory, of course, in there as well.
It doesn't hurt that you're on those back highways. Very few cars. Very few law enforcement officers.
Don't say that now, mister.
Well, I can do it now. I'm not out there.
That's
not
true.
Like the guy who was taunting the cops on his moonshine show, so they raided him and arrested him.
Yep, there you go. But yes, Bulldogs taking on the Discoverers in today's game. Both teams not really having the start to their season that they were wanted. The Bulldogs, you can say, maybe are on an upward trajectory. Had a bye week last week, coming off a big victory, able to heal up because a couple key injuries that the people that we saw last week won't be able to, or week before who got injured, won't be coming back for quite some time. And then, of course, for the Discoverers, who are going into a strong season last year, 7-3, lose their starting quarterback, have a new one this year, which is going to be William Wickham, and then, unfortunately, not the season they've wanted, 1-3 to start. Haven't been very competitive in those couple of losses, but facing some very tough Lincoln and Omaha teams.
Yeah, for sure. They've. I'll tell you what, they're notoriously just a scrappy, tough football team. They lost a lot of people. They lost a lot of key people on defense from last year for sure. So I'll tell you what, you got to expect them though to come in and play tough. They're hungry to get another win and get away from that one win on the record column, and they're gonna play tough. It's homecoming, man. They're going to come in and make that dance a little
Little salt,
little less energetic.
There you go. A little less energetic. Bulldogs, though, looking for their second victory to get back to 500. Hey, we're going to take a break, and it is time on our Quick Stop pregame show for our coach's interview with the first victory on the year, his first as a head coach of the Bulldogs, Coach Kurt Alting. We come back right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming, northplattpost.com.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump at Quick Stop with the DinoPay app. DinoPay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair DinoPay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Quick Stop.
At Aloe, we think you deserve the fiber things in life, like binging your favorite TV shows and movies buffer-free, next level, lag-free gaming, and video calls without frozen faces. So say goodbye to lag and buffering and hello to super fast fiber internet with dedicated 24/7 support for total peace of mind. Plus, no hidden fees, no expiration dates, and no contracts. Ever. From dependable service to exceptional support, experience the fiber things with Aloe. Visit us at aloefiber.com/fiberthings.
Bible Supplies in the Westfield Shopping Center has a large selection of books, calendars, planners, gift items, and cards. With the weather cooling down, now's a great time to start a new book. Bible Supplies has a variety of books for all ages, including adults. Keep your home festive with seasonal home decor. You can even pick up some new faith-based socks and shirts. Get a head start on the holidays with personalized gifts and cards. While you're there, get your planners and calendars for the upcoming year at Bible Supplies in the Westfield Shopping Center.
At Bible Supplies.
Planning a special event, whether it be a wedding, concert, sporting event, convention, or anything else, the DNN Event Center can handle it all. The DNN Event Center is the biggest event center in North Platte. This building is perfectly suited for anything from small gatherings to major events. Rent just one small room or book the entire facility. The choices are endless at the DNN Event Center, your home for exciting events, special moments, and precious memories. Call today to make your reservation at 534-0255.
This is the Bulldog Pregame Show from FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Presented by Quick Stop. Always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Hey everybody, this is Paxton Gordon with the North Platte Post Sports Network. It is time for our coach's interview provided by Farmers Insurance Agent Stephen Rhodes. Farmers Insurance Agent Stephen Rhodes has the knowledge and expertise to help you better understand your coverage options for auto, home, renters, business, and more. Coach, man, that week off must have felt really good, specifically, with not only a couple of injuries, but a couple tough opponents to start off the week. How important do you think maybe at this part in the season that break really helped this team?
It's nice to have a break in the season. It's odd for a lot of our players. They've never had one before. It worked out kind of well because Mother Nature really wasn't on our side last week, so we got to have a couple early morning practices, which is nice. The big step to it is just figuring out how to make sure that we're mentally ready now to come out and play a game after a week off.
So played Scottsbluff before you head into that week. It was your first victory of the year. It was a strong victory against an overall very, very good opponent coming from Class B, Scottsbluff having, so I think maybe an underrated type of class that they got coming in. How did you feel heading out of that game?
We having a win is always good. We didn't necessarily like how we won. We kind of left them in the game for the third and the fourth quarter when we really probably could have put the proverbial nail in the coffin, but we kept them around, and it was a good experience for us to be able to come, get the ball at the end of the game, march down the field, and score to win. So that part of it was good. A win is always great. We're just hoping to clean some stuff up and not have to win the game on the last play.
And again, that's just perfect time for the bye week to come about, because then you can fully maybe go through those first couple of weeks and be like, hey, I know we've had practice, but we can now fully just sit down and think and see what are some of these weak spots that we've kind of emerged that we could work on, but also just help get some guys healthy. Kind of the first spell of injuries happened against Scottsbluff. Kind of give us a little update on some of those players.
Unfortunately, though, those three players that went down against Scottsbluff are still out. Some of them have some significant injuries, so it's a bad deal for them. But for our other guys that maybe just have little nagging injuries, a week off really helps. A little bit of rest. We pretended like last week was going to be a game week. and then we had Friday off. So anytime that you get one day less of contact and really getting after it can help, with those little nagging injuries and just football bodies as the year goes on.
So, and then also, again, another benefit of a bye, you get some of the new guys that'll be taking over in those positions, get them another week to fully experience what it is to play at the starting level. How well have you seen those guys kind of antiquate themselves into the lineup?
The young guys are really, kind of coming along pretty well. The only real thing that you can ever get for experience is just to be out there on Friday. So they got a couple weeks under their belt, and learning our systems and all the things we do, and just the speed of the game itself, and bringing them along slowly. With a bye week, some extra practice really helps them out.
So now coming up and taking on Columbus, your first game back, you talked about how you want to make sure the guys, even though they had that week off, are prepped mentally, ready to rock and roll. Well, what does this Columbus team in your scouting through this week do so well?
Well, it's kind of like a broken record from all of our other games. They're a big physical team, and they like to come out and run the ball. Real similar to what we've seen against Scotts Bluff. They throw some different formations, but for the most part, they're just trying to spread you out to run the ball. So I assume this is going to be another very quick game where possessions are going to be, at a premium, and we're going to have to take advantage every time we have the ball and then do a good job of getting them off the field.
Now, you normally never want to reuse the same game plan because each team, even though they have a similar style, have always just different quirks about them. But do you almost re-rinse what you re-rinsed over at Scotts Bluff down here?
It's a real similar game plan. It's not exactly the same. Because Scotts Bluff pretty much comes out in the same formation and does the same stuff. They're putting it out there. This is what we're going to do. Try and stop it. Columbus uses more formations to try and spread you out. But in the long run, our job is to play, tough physical football and stop their run game. And if we can do that, I really like our chances.
We come back, we'll give you our Owls lock and safe keys to the game with head coach Kurt Altig here on our Quick Stop pregame show.
With lots of new and pre-owned vehicles, Premier Toyota just south of I-80 in North Platte is ready to help you get into the ride you've been dreaming of, whether you want to buy or lease. Find out for yourself what an enjoyable experience it is to do business with the staff at Premier Toyota. Premier Toyota also offers the Toyota Cares maintenance plans. Test drive a new Toyota today and like them on Facebook for what's new. Let's go places. Premier Toyota in North Platte. It's not too late to dust off the golf clubs and head out to River's Edge Golf Club in North Platte. Summer may be coming to an end, but come out to River's Edge and you'll enjoy a course that features modern amenities with beautifully maintained lush greens and breathtaking views. After your golf game, swing into another round for some amazing food and drinks and Keno. Remember, they're open to the public. Good times, great food, drinks, and sports. Another Round Sports Bar at River's Edge Golf Course. Come have another round with them.
We all try to prepare for life's what-ifs, but what happens if those uncertainties become a reality? I'm Stephen Rhodes, and as your local farmer's insurance agent, I'm here for you. I can help you determine the coverage that fits your needs. When you have questions about insurance, turn to me, Stephen Rhodes, with Farmers Insurance. I'm proud to sponsor tonight's game. Go Bulldogs! Find me, Stephen Rhodes, at 102 North Dewey.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Distinction is important. It helps you stand out from the rest. So why not establish yourself with exceptional personalization from Willow Creek Embroidery? Willow Creek Embroidery has moved to a new location with a bigger showroom and the same great service. No setup for new customers when ordering 12 or more apparel items. They can customize literally anything, and they are not just an embroidery shop. Promotional items, banners, cups, mugs, keychains, and even pens. Check out the new owner, Robert, and the crew at 1620 East 4th Street, Suite 120, right by the Garys.
This is the Bulldog Pregame Show from FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Presented by Quick Stop. Always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Hey everybody, this is Paxton Gordon here with the Quick Stop pregame show. It is time for our Owls lock and safe keys to the game, securing North Platte and the surrounding areas for over 50 years. Owls lock and safe. Now, you talked about offensively for a couple weeks. Keep it to Bulldog football. Still same approach offensively coming in?
Oh, absolutely. We're going to come out, and we're going to blunt force trauma. We're going to wind the clock, grind you out, and those 2, 3, 4 yard runs in the first half become 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe more in the second half.
And then defensively, you hinted a little bit at what keys you wanted to do, but what are some other keys you got written down defensively to come out with this big victory? Hey, and get on a 2-game winning streak.
They have a pretty sizable offensive line. Our job, is just to be physical with those guys, make sure that we can get off blocks and go make plays. Their running back is also, a returning starter, and he's pretty solid. We need to make sure that, we get him moving left to right and not forward, and we'll be all right.
And that was our head coach, Kurt Altig, here for our Quick Stop pregame show. Coach, again, thank you so much, and good luck to you when you get on the field.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
Hi, this is Lori from Double Dips, and I just want to say thank you for another successful summer. And we're celebrating 3 years in business, so thank you. Come in after school for your ice cream, treat, or a boba drink. We now have all of our flavors back in stock. Open Tuesday through Sunday, and remember, Double Dips Ice Creamery is your dessert destination downtown in the Canteen District of North Platte, Nebraska.
It's a stampede. Snorting bulls, piercing horns, and twisting bronco busting action. It's all charging into the Wild West Arena, September 16th and 17th. And you don't want to miss the ride. The Mid-Plains Community College Stampede. The best cowboys and cowgirls in the Great Plains. Competing against the best stock the industry has to offer in 2 frenzied performances. Action begins at 7 p.m. each night. Tickets are $10 at the gate. It's the Mid-Plains Community College Stampede. Let's ride.
Hey, whitetail and turkey hunters, still looking for a spot this season? This is Dwayne McLean with Nebraska Land Brokers, and I want to tell you about the 79-acre Bignell Farm and River Hunt located 9 miles southeast of North Platte. This property includes an income stream with irrigated cropland and a hunting stream with the Platte River South Channel flowing through it. Priced to fit most budgets, this property may not last long. Take a look at Bignell Farm and River Hunt and all my other properties at NebraskaLandBrokers.com or give me a call at 308-532-LAND.
Hey there, it is Derek Beck. Time to take a trip around the area for a preview of today's games. Let's start with last night. Actually had some games that were postponed due to weather last night. One of those being Paxton at Shelton. I believe they got into the first quarter, had lightning. They are going to finish that game earlier today. That was supposed to be a 1 o'clock start at Shelton, Paxton, and Shelton, and we'll pass along that final score here in just a little bit. Other scores from last night: Arthur County squeaker over Hay Springs in 6-man ball, 44-42. Arthur County got it done last night. Dundee County Stratton, nice win over Bertrand last night, 66-20. It was Kearney over Bellevue West in Class A, 35-34. Speaking of great games, Mullen, no problem with rival Hyannis last night, 50-12. They won that game. And Southwest, down there just east of McCook, they beat Creek Valley last night, 60-6. All right, let's look at tonight's game in Class A. Big one for North Platte High School. It's their homecoming game against Columbus at Bauer Field. Tonight, that game can be heard on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. You can watch the live stream with the radio audio at NorthPlattePost.com. As I say every week, no teams in Class B from the area. So we'll skip ahead to Class C1. Got some great matchups tonight in Class C1. Gothenburg at Alliance tonight. Lexington at Cozad. Cozad coming off that impressive win on the road at Ogallala last week. Speaking of Ogallala, they take to the road today, taking on Gering this evening. And McCook into the rankings. McCook looking good in C1. They are at
Holdridge. That rivalry renewed as well. McCook had been Class B. Holdridge had dropped down to C1 several years ago, so that'll be a nice one to be fired back up in Class C1 here this evening. In Class C2, Chase County hosting Gibbon. Hershey on the road to take on the old Holyoke Dragons tonight. In Class D1, the game going to be heard on Z93.5 Country with Matt Goosey. The number one team in the state, North Platte, St. Pat's at Sutherland. This is a renewed rivalry from when St. Pat's was 11-man along with Sutherland. I believe it's been almost 10 years ago since these two teams have played. Coach Geyer for Sutherland kind of excited to renew this rivalry tonight with St. Pat's.
It's kind of interesting. You talk people who have graduated from the area from the mid-90s, 2000s, and we're really starting to see a lot of those teams pop back up on our schedule that played C2, played 11-man, and have dropped down, and a lot of them being conference schools. You look at Bridgeport, there's a conference school. You look at Perkins County, they've dropped, and now North Platte, St. Pat's. So good to have those teams back on the schedule, and I'm sure St. Pat's would agree with that one after the travel they had to do in 11-man the last couple of years. So it's good to get these conference schools back on the schedule, and always going to be a lot of fun.
Also in Class D1, Perkins County is at Kimball. Next Friday night, we'll have Perkins County versus Sutherland on Z93.5 Country, our game of the week. Also in D1, Maxwell at Sand Hills Valley. Class D2, Hitchcock County, they are ranked. They are taking on Loomis today. Medicine Valley at Maywood Hayes Center tonight. And then in six-man ball, boy, both of these two teams need a win. They both started 0-2. Wallace at South Platte. Remember, Wallace was highly ranked in six-man, dropped their opening game to Cody Kilgore, and then dropped a game last week to Garden County. So Wallace really needs to get a win, and you could say the same for the Blue Knights, who are still looking for their first win. Wallace at South Platte tonight, and we will have the Wallace and Brady game on Z93.5 Country next Thursday. Speaking of Brady, they are at Stewart tonight. That's your look around the area during your Quick Stop pregame show. Quick Stop, 27 locations, and Quick Stop, of course, is open 24/7, and there's always a Quick Stop right around the corner.
Thanks for listening to the Quick Stop pregame show. They have 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop. Game time is just moments away on FM 98.1.
Taylor is not great at making decisions.
Please do not ever ask me to pick what to watch on Netflix.
Which is why she likes Runza.
Oh yeah, I like my golden hot crinkle fries. I like my homemade onion rings and frings, which is when you get both together.
No tough decisions there. Now, do you dip them in ketchup or our homemade ranch?
How could you do this to me?
Sorry. Come get our famous fries, onion rings, or both today. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
CT Computer Services of North Platte on the corner of Phillip and Willow offers Tune-Up Tuesdays. So, if your computer is running slow, it probably needs a tune-up. Take it to CT Computer Services. The everyday basic tune-up price is only $50, and you can save more on Tune-Up Tuesdays. CT Computer Services of North Platte sells both new and refurbished desktops and laptops. See your IT guys at 905 South Willow or give them a call at 534-3628.
It's a stampede. Snorting bulls, piercing horns, and twisting bronco busting action. It's all charging into the Wild West Arena, September 16th and 17th, and you don't want to miss the ride. The Mid-Plains Community College Stampede. The best cowboys and cowgirls in the Great Plains, competing against the best stock the industry has to offer in two frenzied performances. Action begins at 7 p.m. each night. Tickets are $10 at the gate. It's the Mid-Plains Community College Stampede. Let's ride.
Many people don't realize that they are not saving enough for retirement. Hi, my name is Mindy Borges with Equitable Wealth Management, and we believe that all of our clients deserve a comfortable retirement. Here at Equitable, we develop strategies to help our clients pursue their retirement goals. Let me help you. Come by and see me at Equitable Bank, 920 South Jeffers, North Platte, or call me at 532-3648. Securities offered through LPL Financial.
Equitable Bank. Swift Auto Center.
Go Dogs from Swift Auto Center of North Platte as you listen on KWOQ North Platte 1410 AM and FM 98.1.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Bauer Field. It is almost time for the game between the Discoverers and the Bulldogs, but it is time for our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineups. You can find Double Dips Ice Creamery in the historic Canteen District in North Platte. Double Dips offers 24 plus different flavors of hand-dipped ice cream served in a variety of ways. Double Dips also offers homemade waffle cones, bowls, along with homemade fudge and freshly baked desserts. Plus, they also have available the ice cream trailer for outdoor events. Starting with the 1-3 Columbus Discoverers, Connor Calwitt, Luke Messersmith, and quarterback Will Wickham, who is starting this year after their quarterback last year graduated. I got to pull up his name real quick so everybody could remember, or I could specifically remember his name. That one's going to be last year's quarterback for the Discoverers, as Brody Mickey, graduated last year for the Discoverers, as he now is off, and it's Will Wickham will be taking over. Kendon Zarwiski will be also playing wide receiver. Quentin Gustafson, Bentley Willison, Izzy Daniels, Tyler Zwingman, Ethan Rodriguez. You're gonna get a kick out of this one, Scotty. His name is Nahima Linden. There you go. How about that one? You got Keaton Bars as well as Colin Henderson. Adam Cruz on the offensive line with Connor Quiswell. Cooper Bruxton, Brody Rammon, Tristan Brandon. 330 pounds, Tristan Brandon on that offensive line. Grant Ramekers, Devin Moore, and then Brighton Misek. And then, of course, on the side of your Bulldogs, as always, Colton Tilford starting in the backfield / wide receiver position. Caden Johnson, Trevor Chrisman, Jackson Creel, Xavier Albertson, Caleb Kincaid, Eli Baroman, Hayden Brower, Brock Robley, Harley Yenny on the offensive line with Logan Chitty, Alex Gove, Peyton Dimon, and then Drake Ferris, your starting lineup. It is also now time, Scott, for our our In the Groove provided by Midwest ATV. Last week, 2 weeks ago, we would have talked about how it was all about Colton Tilford's show, again, just bouncing out on the outside, but how about Caden Johnson coming up with 2 huge touchdown passes? We talked about all season how Johnson really had shown flashes that he could be able to get the ball out of his hand and potentially use his arm as an advantage. And against Scotts Bluff, he was able to do so. 2 passing touchdowns, one to Landon O'Brien and then one on over to gain a deep one to Colton Tilford. Scott, how impressed were you with Caden Johnson last week?
Yeah, I tell you what, thanks for turning on my mic.
Good, buddy.
Do another TikTok, man. Hey, I tell you what, Johnson looking good. I think not only is he looking good, I think he's earning the confidence of his coaches a little bit, and we're, because of that, seeing, and I'm hoping that we're going to see the playbook open up a little more. We've seen them throw the ball a lot more. We know they're going to be a run-heavy team, no doubt about it, no question. But, hey, if you can have the ability to pass in your arsenal and do it a little bit more often, it's going to be a good thing for the Dogs.
And, of course, that was our In the Groove provided by Midwest ATV. Spend less time to fix your ATVs and UTVs. Let Midwest Cycle and ATV do that for you. So, as we're just moments away here from kickoff, you talked about how Johnson was really able to exploit that Scottsbluff defense with his arm. And it's kind of to me, it wasn't really that surprising because we've seen the flashes that he's had. Most of the passes that have been incomplete have just been overthrows. And that just comes down to, of course, timing, and then on the other side, the ability to just hone it in. As a team that doesn't throw the ball often, you can kind of be like, yeah, I can understand those mistakes because he never throws too much, I would assume, during practice as well, so how is he going to know what the timing is? And it seemed like, against Scotts Bluff, they really did hone in that timing.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Hey, my theory is the worst thing you can do to your quarterback is wait until the third quarter to let him throw the ball for the first time. I mean, it's mechanics. You got to get a little bit of timing down, as you mentioned, with your receivers, with your line, and if you're 3/4 of the way through the game before you're throwing that ball the first time, you're going to be on the struggle bus. I like working it into the playbook a little bit here and there in the first half and get your receivers, get the defense thinking. Get them thinking, hey, they're not just going to run up the middle. They're not just going to run the triple option. they might throw the ball. So you give them something else to think about, and here we go.
That is what you like to see. Give them something really to think about here, and that's what it's underway as another shot from the howitzer again, as that kick going way out the back of the end zone. And with that, this is now time to begin, of course, for the Bulldogs, who will be receiving and will now take over at around the 20-yard line to start this game out. It's going to be quite interesting. Again, excuse me. Oh, God.
It's hairball over here.
Sorry, got something
all right, man.
stuck in my throat.
Don't mind him. He's just hacking on a ball.
Just hacking up along here. Joneston under center with Brock Robley right behind him. Again, that same formation. Kincaid and Landon O'Brien to the far side for the Dogs. In motion, they're going to hand it out to Robley. Robley off the right side, cuts back upfield, and will get around to the 25-yard line. So Brock Robley starting off today's game with a positive net game on the right side. We're going to say probably for 5. We're going to give him 5 yards. It's a 25-yard line to begin for the Dogs. As Johnson under center once more. Going to step up and look towards the sideline for an adjustment. Again, a very, very powerful front 5, front 7 for the side of the Discoverers. So it's going to be interesting to see how, again, a new offensive line for the Dogs, who are coming in with a couple injuries, can deal with them. As Robley again up the middle. He'll get a good solid gain of about 2. Make it about 3rd down and 3 from around the 27-yard line.
Point in the game where you're just kind of feeling out. You're seeing what the battle in the trenches is going to be like, seeing how your line's handling their line. And when you do that, that means you're going to chip away with Brock Robley right up the middle. 2
wide receivers to the far side, O'Brien and Kincaid. Tilford to the left of the formation. Johnson under center again. In motion comes Tilford. They're going to hand it off to Robley. Robley again up the middle, stuffed at the line of scrimmage. He might have even got back maybe even less, and he got...
Give him 1.
Wow, they're going to give him actually a couple more than I thought. They gave him probably 2. So now it's 4th down and 1. So they gave him a lucky 2, and on now comes the punt unit. That's not the start that the Bulldogs were looking for offensively.
Right.
And that's one of the downsides of when you get set to receive first. You're really looking to score on that first opening drive, to get something going. And then if not, right now they're punting from their own 29-yard line.
I think that's why you take the ball, is you're confident you're going to score on your first possession, and a quick 3-and-out for the Bulldogs. Didn't need much time.
A little squib kick that's going to be fielded around the 35, and down goes the receiver. That one's going to be Advorian Daniels. So now, with that, the Discoverers will start in relatively good field position for their first drive of the series at the 35-yard line in their own territory. So onwards comes Will Wickham, starting quarterback for the first year after last year. Discoverers will lose their senior quarterback. They got him to 7-3. So interesting how they'll be able to continue on with it. Send it and handed it off there, off to the right side. That one's going to be Blazer. Blazer catching it upfield, and he'll be tackled and pushed back after a gain of 3. So with that, Tilford there on the tackle. A good solid game for Blazer. Maybe good, probably 3 on the carry. So now onwards comes the Discoverers. And it's Braylon Vakura who's taking snaps today instead of Wickham. Interesting to see, as I saw Wickham was in warm-up. So going to hand off to Blazer on the right side. Again, he gets some forward momentum, and will be pushed down at around, we'll say around the 47-yard line. Another good solid gain for the Discoverers. That sets him up for a 3rd down and 3 after that gain of about 3. So yeah, normally it's supposed to be Will Wickham, who's been mostly starting this year for the Discoverers, but Braylon Vancura taking the snaps today. Still a shotgun formation with to the left of him being Dylan Crumley. They're going to hand it to Crumley, bouncing around to the outside, and he is swarmed out from behind. Colton Tilford and Barack Robley there for a big stop for those Bulldogs, as they already here getting on the good start defensively. A big loss of around 3 from Crumley.
Yeah,
and that's going to be a 4th down.
Trevor Chrisman in there on that as well. About 3 or 4 Bulldogs just read that like a book, and there was nowhere for Vancouver to go.
There was nowhere for Crumley or Vancouver to get anything going offensively. So now deep to return Colton Tilford for the Dogs, as punting on comes Quentin Gustafson. Bulldogs, again, making up for their poor start with a poor start for the Discoverers. High kick, almost blocked. It's going to be a line drive that Tilford gets it around the 20. He's got to bounce it. Up the field he goes. He's at the 35, cuts upfield. He's now at the 50, breaks one tackle and spins down at around the 49-yard line in Discoverer territory. Colton Tilford getting the Dogs in good starting field position.
Yeah, great punt return, kind of a line drive punt, so the coverage was way still upfield for the Discoverers, and as we know, Tilford's got some wheels. He hit that middle lane and just took off. Great return.
Bulldogs starting at the 50-yard line, so this is going to, I wouldn't be surprised if this is where we're going to see a handoff to Tilford, very far from the inside hash, so with that, he'll have room to go around the outside. Actually going to keep it Jonason. Jonason going to bounce around the corner. He's around. He's at the 45, 40. He's going to cut upfield and get tackled out of bounds at around the 36-yard line, maybe 34, where they're going to mark it. Going to mark it at the 34-yard line. So with that, a very strong pickup of 16 from Caden Johnson and a first down for the Dogs.
Great job on the right side of the line by Alex Grove and crew to seal it off and give Johnson that corner.
First down and 10 now at the 34-yard line inside Discoverers territory. Johnson looks towards the sideline for a new adjustment. Again, very forward set defensive front on the side of the Discoverers. Robley up the middle. He's going to power his way and spin and fall backwards. He'll get a good solid gain of, we'll say about 5, maybe 6. See where they mark him. They'll give him 5. So with that, down second down and 5 for the Dogs. And the way that it's looking right now defensively for the Discoverers, a lot of press. They don't have any 2 deep safeties or 1 deep safety. Everyone's pressed up close to the box. That could be set up for an easy play-action pass down the line. Johnson under center. And there's an offensive starter that jumps off sides. That one is going to be Dominic Descent. Again, getting the start. Again, with some injuries on the offensive line. So with that, Descent false start. They'll move it back 5 yards. And now what it would have been 2nd and 5 or 2nd and 4 now is going to be second down. 2nd and 10 now.
Yeah, not only obviously you don't want to go backwards, but you're moving the ball good. You're moving upfield, and that can kind of disrupt the flow of your offense a little bit. Hopefully the Dogs bounce back.
Johnson gets the play call from the sideline. 2 wide receivers set, 2 to the far side. Kincaid and Landon O'Brien. Of course, Robley right behind Johnson. Tilford in motion. They're going to hand it off to Robley. Robley off the right side, up in the field. He's at the 25-yard line and stumbles down to around the 22-23. That might be enough, and it will be enough for a first down. Another strong pickup from Brock Robley on that right side, a gain of 11. Bulldogs now first down and 10 at the 23-yard line of the Discoverers.
Another great hole for Brock Robley opened up right in between the guard and the tackle, and he's, again, exploding right through it, keeping the legs moving. Columbus having trouble with Brock Robley.
And you know what? It makes kind of sense at the moment. They're kind of running with a 3 defensive end set up front. So there is some space. They're going to hand it off to Robley off the left side. Now some more gaping holes, stumbling and bumbling his way forward. Get him at around, nice solid gain of 5 again, maybe even 6. Wow, they're going to give him more than that. They're going to give him a solid gain of 6. So with that, second down and 4 now for the Dogs, who are really putting some gashes up the middle. We haven't even seen Colton Tilford so far. Air correction, it's going to be a pickup of 5, so 2nd and 5. Landon O'Brien to the near side, Kincaid in a tight end position. So now 2 tight ends set as O'Brien moves inwards on the inside hash. Motion comes Brower. Robley. Johnson's going to keep it. He has a gaping hole at the 15, but stumbles around the 10-yard line. He'll get to about the 8.
Turf Monster got him.
Turf Monster got him, but again, another first down. Caden Johnson picking up 7.
Had a guy and a half to beat for Pater, and as he went to cut back inside, his cleats just kind of got caught up in that turf. Unfortunate.
So now with that, we are on the 6th play of this drive at the 9-yard line. First and goal for the Dogs. Jones under center. In comes Tilford in motion. Robley off the right side, powering his way forward. It'll stumble down to the 3-yard line. There's a good pickup, we'll say, of 4 from Brock Robley, and it's really been the Brock Robley show so far early on. 2nd down and goal now at the Discoverers' 3-yard line. Again, when you go for that kind of 3-4 setup defensively with 3 defensive ends up front, there's always going to be room for a guard to get down the field, and so far for the Dogs, they've just been exploiting that.
Yeah, they sure have. A great play by the guards and the tackles.
Johnson under center. In motion comes Brower. Going to hand off to Robley, who jumps forward. Oh, he's about a yard short. Gets a good solid gain of 2, so now it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line. As checking in now for the Bulldogs, Ian Cowdy. So Brower as well as Tilford in the tight end position with Kincaid acting as almost an inline blocker. Robley right behind Johnson. Bulldogs wait and get the play call. 3rd down and a goal at the 1-yard line. Johnson under center. Gets the handoff to Robley.
There it is.
Into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown. Bulldogs getting the first score of the game on a 1-yard touchdown run from Brock Robley. And with that, it's a 6-0 ball game. Dogs up top.
Yeah, that's what you needed. That big push there on the interior of the line, and no chance for Columbus to even touch Brock Robley.
Luke Borges now up to kick with the holder, Trevor Chrisman, on up front as Scott Carlson scaring a wasp away. That one is up, and it is good. It is a 7-0 ball game now here for the Dogs as they take the first score of the game. And with that, hey, we'll also take a break and come back. More action here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Gosh, I am so hungry, but the game is on.
Well, you big lug, get off the couch and get to Dave's Place Pizza and Wings to watch and fill your massive belly.
Well, why didn't I think of that?
Well, just go to Dave's Place.
Dave's Place at 1510 East 4th is the quintessential place to watch the game and fill your belly. Massive or not, pizzas, wings, calzones, and even great meals for the kiddos. Daily specials, too. Call in an order at 532-3922 or order online at davesplacenp.com. DoorDash available too.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back to Bauer Field. Bulldogs take the early lead 7-0 following the 1-yard TD run from Brock Robley. A 50-yard drive on 8 plays. Dogs looked very, very, I would say, ferocious on that drive, specifically up front.
Let's see what you did there.
Yeah, no, they did. It was a great drive, much better than their first drive after the quick 3 and out. They didn't let it affect their confidence. Great play by the guards and tackles to open up lanes for Brock Robley.
And that was really the big takeaway, is just the gaping holes the Dogs were able to get in the trenches. And because of that, they just drove all over the Discoverers for now scoring the first points of the game, 7-0. Borges with a kind of high line kick that's going to be fielded at around the 10-yard line. That one by Crumley. Crumley around the right side, breaks a couple tackles and will be stepped out of bounds at around the 36-yard line in their territory. They're going to mark him actually at the 34, so a 34-yard line is where the Discoverers will start for their second drive of the series. As coming back out there again is going to be Braylon Vancouver. Again, Vancouver getting the start today over Will Wickham, who's been the majority starter all season for the Discoverers. Deep in the backfield is going to be William Blazer. They're going to hand it to the Blazer. Stutter steps and moves around the outside and is brought down from behind. Colton Tilford.
Yeah, great pursuit by Colton Tilford coming up from the defensive backfield, reading that play, and great stop for just a short gain.
1-yard gain on the play for Columbus. 2nd down and 9. There's that one. Good run from Blazer, who bounced back to the outside, to the near side, but couldn't get anything going. 2 wide receiver set, one to the far side, one to the near side. Vancouver under center. In motion comes a man. That one's going to be Kura. And then off comes Vancouver, rotating to the right, looking. Play action, throwing it downfield, and it's behind his intended receiver. Caden Casera.
I tell you what I liked right there, though. We saw last week the slant was some trouble for the Bulldogs when Scottsbluff would run that little slant. They defended it perfectly that time.
Now it's
on his fourth check, I think.
3rd down and long here in the second drive of the series for the Dogs. Or excuse me, for the Discoverers here is, again, the defense looking specifically up front again, just overpowering anything that Columbus has to offer. 3 wide receivers set, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side, so 4 wide receivers. Here comes the rush. Vencura over to the right, has to stop.
Yeah.
He's brought down from behind, a sack. They're first on the scene for the Bulldogs. Trying to see who is going to be. That one is going to be Drew Stifler. They're on the stop for the Bulldogs, and with that, it's a 3 and out, a massive loss of 10.
Man.
Holy cow.
They are having trouble with that Bulldog defense on the end, and when they're trying to deal with the defensive end, the defensive backs are right behind them, ready to wreak havoc. Great defense.
Vancouver taken down, and with that, onwards to punt on the side of the Discoverers. 3 and out as Colton Tilford deep to return. It's a much better punt as Tilford's going to let this one bounce right in front of him. Takes a little nasty one. He receives it.
Careful.
He's now taking it up and then is brought down around the 40-yard line. One of those scary situations where, you know, when you let it bounce in front of you, the ball is nowhere really to go if it lands not kind of sideways but tip up.
Yeah, it's not a round ball, so you don't really know what kind of bounce it's going to take. Always makes me pucker up a little bit.
So now here we go for the Bulldogs starting at their 40-yard line. Another 3 and out on the side of the Discoverers. So they had to punt again. So now starting at the 40-yard line are the Bulldogs. Again, Johnson under center. In motion comes Colton Tilford. They're going to hand it off to the right side. He has a good block. Upfield he goes. Trying to truck through and pull some defenders with him, and he does for a first down. That's a gain of 14 from Colton Tilford, dragging some bodies with him. That's the first one for Colton Tilford we've seen all day, and it's 14, and he's gashing the defense already. As now on comes Hayden Brower subbing in. 2 wide receivers to the near side, Kincaid and Landon O'Brien. Johnson under center, Brower, Tilford, as well as Robley in the game. As it's been announced, Senator Mike Jacobson is here tonight. And a howitzer. Brower in motion. Robley. Actually, Johnson's going to keep it. He's at some distance at the 40-yard line to the far side. Has a couple. Breaks one tackle. 30 and is brought down at around the 29-yard line. Johnson had some open daylight around the perimeter. Made him pay with another great run. That's an 11-yard pickup for the Dogs.
Yeah, a little deception by the Bulldogs as he faked that to the right side, and you saw the Discoverers defense all bite on that. And that left the left side wide open for Johnson.
Inside Discoverers territory at the 30-yard line. Bulldogs, 2 plays already inside Discoverers territory. They're just having themselves a field day on the ground already. 70 total yards rushing. 81 now to this point. In motion comes Torres. They're going to hand it to Robley. Robley stutter steps and is dragging some bodies forward. That's a solid gain. I'd say again about 5. Robley looked like he might have been brought down from behind. I believe there on the initial contact on the side was going to be Cooper Buxton, but powered his way forward, Robley did. That's now second down and manageable at 5 yards as two wide receivers in Trevor Chrisman, Landon O'Brien to the near side, with Tilford to the far side, and then Torres also checking in. Brecken Torres handed off to Tilford, trying to bounce around the corner, now cuts up field. He'll probably get maybe 1 or 2. Nowhere really for Colton Tilford to go. Got sandwiched in between 2 Discoverer players. On the side, that one's going to be Liam Blazer as well as Cale Forney. But that'll do it here for the first quarter. Bulldogs leading over the Discoverers at the moment, 7-0.
Whoo, boy, the summer is flying by at Larry's RV in North Platte. Stop by if you're looking for a new RV or needing parts and accessories. New Bullet travel trailers are arriving, and Rockwell travel trailers and fifth wheels coming soon. A new 2022 Milestone 326 RL fifth wheel is here. A very spacious living room and an island kitchen that has a wine refrigerator. A large bedroom slide extends into the bathroom, and a cozy fireplace in the living room. Tour the new Milestone 326 RL fifth wheel at Larry's RV in North Platte today. Easy financing also available with approved credit.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
North Platte Post.
Welcome back, everybody. Bauer Field. It is 3rd down and 2 for the Bulldogs. Maybe 3rd down and 3 at the Discoverers' 26-yard line. So now, as it's 3rd and 3, here comes Joneson. In motion comes Tilford. Robley, actually, Jones is going to keep it. He's going to be spun around, staying on his feet, still trying to bounce to the outside. Man, he is just running out of territory on that one.
Nothing doing.
There's just nothing there for Caden Joneson.
He tried.
He really did. He almost was spun down from behind. That is now 4th down and 8 following the loss of 4 from Joneson. The real big loss of the night, and they're going to go for it here.
Let's do it.
Inside Discoverer territory.
Let's throw the ball. Play action right here.
Again, they're all pressed up. I wouldn't doubt it. Joneson under center. Gets the snap. He's stepping back, looking to pass. Rolling to the near side. Throwing it to Tilford.
Ah, darn.
And he stumbled down. It was a low pass from Caden Joneson. And he's going to be, just 2 yards, maybe a yard short. So a good attempt from Johnson. He picked up 7 on that pass, but that's a turnover on down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, passing 100%, I think, at this point. But a little bit behind him. Tilford had to reach back for that ball a little bit, and that caused him to fall backwards. But like you said, a great effort.
Still 7-0 for the Dogs, is now starting at their own 22-yard line are the Discoverers. Now new quarterback coming in. Here we go again. It's Will Wickham will be taking the start now. He's going to hand off to a man in motion. That one's going to be Daniels. Daniels is immediately stuffed it around the line of scrimmage. There on the stop, Caleb Kincaid. And with that, that's a loss of 1 on the play for Daniels. Now, again, I've heard, as many experts have said, if you have 2 quarterbacks, you don't have 1. And here comes Wickham. Now to start for the Discoverers here in the second quarter. In the backfield as well for them is going to be Isaiah Kabalia. So really lots of rotations coming in offensively for the Discoverers. And that's what we've seen all season from them, in throwing bodies into this play to see if they can get something. Kabalia is not going to get it. Wickham stepping back, rolling to the far side. Has some daylight. Pump fakes. Trying to juke through a man. Is brought down after a gain of about 7. So it might be 3rd down and 3 as there's Wickham with the run.
Eli Broman with the stop for the Bulldogs. That not the kind of tackle I like to see. He wrapped him up by the shoulder pads and darked him, as a guy I follow on TikTok would say. Dark. Yeah, he slammed him down. Not the way to tackle a big guy, but he did it. Great tackle by Broman. That's like, don't take the shot. Great shot, man.
3rd down and 4. Yeah, totally on that one. You kind of panicked, like, I don't know about that one. But hey, good job, you got him. So 3rd down and 4 now for Wickham. In motion comes Daniels. Kabalia's going to get it, and he stumbles it around the line of scrimmage. Did he get enough forward progress for the first down? They're going to say he did, and with that, that's a 1st down and 10, a 4-yard pickup from Kabalia. Jackson Creel there to stop Kabalia, but it's still a 1st down for the Discoverers. As Wickham now. In the still shotgun formation, Kabalia to the left. In motion, Going to hand it back to Caballia. He almost dropped the ball and is brought down at around the line of scrimmage and spun down maybe for a gain of 1. They're immediately on the stop for the Bulldogs. That's going to be Brecken Torres. I think is the number I saw. So that's a gain of 2 on the play. Now it's a 2nd down and 8. Wickham got the sign, now running back. Gets a pistol formation at the moment. Now moves into shotgun. 2 wide receiver set, 1 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Wickham to Caballia, who's trying to bounce around the outside, does so, spinning around and is brought down big time. Big man himself coming in. Carter Butterfield coming in and stuffing Caballia, but he picked up a good solid gain of 6. So now it's 3rd down and 2, maybe 3rd down and 3 for the Discoverers. As as Wickham's going to go to the sideline and get the call. Checking now in is going to be Liam Blazer as well as Cody Cuba. Still going to stand in the shotgun formation with Blazer to the right of Wickham. Bulldogs putting a little extra in the box. It's a triangle formation. Blazer's going to get it off to the right side. He's stuffed and brought down.
Yes.
Maybe for a gain of 1. Oh,
they gave him a heck of a spot
on that one. We're going to see. Wow, they gave him a big spot. So they're going to say it's a 1st down. So with that, Blazer at the gain of 3. 1st and 10
the opposite
for the
of what we saw last week. We saw the spots about 2-3 yards back from where they got to, and that was a big one right there.
So what would have been a 4th and about 1, maybe 4th and inches, now turns into 1st down and 10 at the Discoverers' 49-yard line. Wickham in the shotgun. Hand it to Blazer off the left side. Trying to bounce it, but he can't do so. Taken down by a plethora of Bulldog defenders. First there on the seam, Eli Broman.
2nd time this possession we've called Broman's name. Getting up in the mix.
He really is, and he's doing a great job of penetrating from the line of scrimmage. He's really getting some good penetration on that far side of the field and breaking up many of these early runs. As still in the field, Liam Blazer with Wickham. Wickham in the shotgun. He's going to give it to Daniels. Daniels on the jet sweep, trying to bounce it to the far side and brought down from behind. That one looked like Brock Robley on the scene, and with that, another poor pickup. Maybe actually a gain of 3 from Daniels.
Yeah, Daniels didn't see Robley coming either as he came around from the opposite end and pursued him from behind. With penetration from the backfield.
So now here comes a crucial 3rd down and 7 for the Dogs. Wickham with to the far side again being Blazer to the right of him. Wickham, shotgun, stepping back, looking to pass. Great defense from the Dogs deep downfield. He's shifting to the far side, pointing his Wickham, trying to bounce it. Brought down from behind, Caleb Kincaid.
Caleb Kincaid said, you want to have a foot race? Let's do it. And won it, chasing him down, bringing him down hard.
It's a gain of maybe 3 or 2 on the play for the Discoverers. Another punt being forced from this Bulldogs team. Really, the Discoverers just not getting anything on the ground at the moment. Only have a total... Oh, I don't have my stats working. Oh, that's a high punt. Almost blocked. Tilford's going to let it bounce in front of him. Still bounce and then be fielded. Oh, what a great bounce it's taking. Still rolling and then finally touched it around the 7-yard line. What a punt on the side by the Discoverers. So now it's 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line. Scott, my man, talk to me about what you might need to continue to see from this Bulldogs here in this first half with 5 minutes left to go.
5 minutes, I tell you what, you'd like to sustain a drive, eat up most of this clock, but don't leave yourself short. Got to get some more points on the board. I don't like a 1-score lead going into halftime. Let's make it 2.
You don't, but at the same time, the Dogs have just been all over this Discoverers team from the minute
Move
go.
Down the field. don't be afraid to throw the ball here.
Two wide receivers to the far side, Chrisman and O'Brien. Johnson under center. In motion comes Brower, going to hand to Robley. Robley trying to split through a couple defenders. Still going, and is finally brought down. Brock Robley said, no way, Jose, on those two tackles that he broke. First down in a game of 13.
Yeah, you're right. He just spun and kept the legs moving, and nobody was stopping Brock Robley short of that first down marker.
Brock Robley now with the first down for the Dogs. Johnson under center. In motion comes Tilford. Stepping back, Johnson looking to pass. Throwing it down the field. Looking up, and that's almost intercepted.
Oh, double coverage. A dangerous ball. The receiver trying to catch a number. I believe it's
O'Brien.
Landon O'Brien. He kind of got tangled up with the defensive back there, ran off his route a little bit, completely league. If anything, he could have called a push off on O'Brien, but no flag on the play in a nearly dangerous ball.
So now with that, it is second down and 10. Johnson under center. Motion comes Tilford. Pitching out to Tilford on the far side. He has a couple blockers and some daylight. A flag, though, on the field for holding as Tilford finally brought down after a gain of about 6, but that's going to go back with an outside hold.
Yeah, definitely. They caught Hayden Brower, I think, grabbed his guy from behind, got beat a little bit on the outside. One of those probably wasn't necessary. I think Tilford would have got that corner turn, but instinct says grab him and stop him. Got caught.
So they're still waiting to see what the penalty marker is.
It's a hold.
We know it's a hold, and it is going to go back against the...
He signaled quickly.
Okay. So now a first and 10, now a second and, well, let's see here, about second down
17.
And 17 on that hold. So Dogs going backwards here in this series. So Tilford in motion, handed off to Johnson. Johnson pitching it to Brower. Brower upfield,
nice
jumping over a man and is brought down around the line of scrimmage. He probably got maybe 10, maybe 9. That one, Hayden Brower.
Got a great block on the near side to us here by Colton Tilford, just within the 5 yards, so he could use his hands, and he did knock his guy flat on his back.
So now it's third down and long, 3rd and 9 for the Dogs with around 4 minutes left to go, but tying his shoe is a Bulldogs tackle.
Official timeout, equipment timeout on the field.
So now, here we go. 3rd and 9, a big third down for the Dogs here. But a very, very long one as well. Johnson under center. Tilford thought about it. They're going to step back, looking to pass. Johnson spinning out and is brought down from behind there on the sack. That's going to be number 52, Carter Fetty. And with that, it's going to be 4th and long, and a punt unit will now come on for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Fetty just got the inside step on Peyton Dimmitt, and Dimmitt really nothing he could do short of a penalty and grab a hold of him.
That's a loss of about 9 on the play for the Dogs, and now on to punt comes Colton Tilford.
Number 1, Tilford in the punt for the Bulldogs. 15, Daniels back to return for
Good punt from Colton Tilford.
Oh,
Daniels going to get it. Are we seeing a flag on the play?
No flag.
I haven't seen a flag.
I think he must have said he got pushed in, dang it.
So now that one with a nice Bulldog roll will be stopped at around the 28-yard line. And with that, that is where the Discoverers will set up. And with that, we'll take a break. We come back, more action here. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Wake up to breakfast at your North Platte Arby's with a hot and delicious breakfast meal for only $4.99. Then in the afternoon, grab a quick lunch at North Platte Arby's and get their legendary regular roast beef sandwich. Now get 2 for only $7 and accompany that with a drink, fry, and dessert off their snack menu for a complete meal. 2 sandwiches for only $7 makes it an easy choice for your lunch. If you love the mouth-watering roast beef sandwich, stop in today only at your North Platte Arby's.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further.
North Platte Post Sports.
Run up the middle coming in on the side of the Discoverers to start. Oh, actually, the ball's come out. Maybe the ball came out, but there seems to have been some roughing on the near side.
Helmet coming
Colton
off of Tilford.
And then as well getting into it with the big man, Tristan. Actually, not Tristan. It's going to be Santos Gonzalez getting into it with Tilford.
That was, I tell you what, that's a catch-weight fight right there, man.
Tilford seems a little shaken up as he's running to the sideline. They're looking at his head with the helmet off.
I think the helmet, those helmets aren't meant to come off easy, and I think pad or something caught him in the eye.
So the handoff up the middle now to Blazer goes nowhere. So Blazer picked up about 5 on his first run and then lost 1, maybe picked up 1. They're going to say picked up 2, actually just 1 on the play.
3 yards to go for the Discover.
So now here.
Yeah, let's get chippy.
So
Carl called it. Carl, the cameraman, said it's getting a little chippy out there. It is, too. I like that. A competitive spirit.
Timeout on the field by the Bulldogs. Right. So with that, we'll take then another timeout as well and bring you more coverage when we come back right here. FM 98.1 AM 1410 and live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
At Gary's Superfoods, discover grocery shopping as it should be. Personal and friendly. An unbeatable meat department and great weekly specials. Gary's Superfoods. Big city selection. Hometown service. Gary's Superfoods has 4 locations to better serve you on East 4th, the Westfield Shopping Center in North Platte, McCook, and Broken Bow.
We've got what you want. We've got what you need. Your satisfaction is guaranteed.
Sure, there are lots of Class A driving jobs out there, but let me tell you about Cree Carrier. Great things are happening here, like we raised our truck speed. Oh, and we just raised pay in our North Platte fleet. The top 50% of drivers average over $2,000 per week. You get the respect you deserve and the support you need. If you're a driver looking for a new company, get a hold of us at CreeCarrier.com. We're hiring diesel techs starting at $22 to $32 an hour, too. Cree Carrier. Come help us move America.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcoming everybody back to Brower Field. The weather is kind of to have some difficulty as Blazer stumbling forward on that run might have gotten to the first down marker. Oh, it's going to be short 3rd down and 1, but Mother Nature is getting closer and closer. Scott Carlson is 4th and inches following the game to 2. Scott, what you got news for us weather-wise?
Yeah, hey, I was trying to pull up the details. I know this much. A severe thunderstorm warning in effect till 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time for McPherson County, just up to the north and west of us a little bit here. And as strong cells continue to build off to the west and north of us, Keith County about to get impacted by some strong thunderstorms as well. But right now, McPherson under that severe thunderstorm warning till 7 p.m.
So far what I've seen is it's now 4th and inches. The cell is supposed to continue to move upwards away from the North Platte area as time goes on till about 10 o'clock when it finally hits North Platte. So far looking so good in terms of our weather. But again, Scott, our weatherman over here, giving us the update. As always.
So the Weatherbird.
It was deemed 4th and inches, but they reset it, and now they're going to call it 4th and inches yet again. So it's tough to say. I'm trying to see if they have the punt unit on or if they don't, but they're going to have another official's timeout coming on the side. So with that, we'll also take a timeout yet again right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
Sandhill State Bank is a bank for Sandhillers. Families, entrepreneurs, teachers, nonprofits, farmers, nurses, contractors, ranchers, stylists, artists, retailers, professionals, outfitters, restaurateurs, mechanics. It takes all of us to make the Sandhills prosper, and Sandhill State Bank is here to help. Open an account today at sandhillstate.com/open or visit one of our 10 locations across the Sandhills to start growing the Sandhills together. Sandhill State Bank. Member FDIC.
Planning a special event, whether it be a wedding, concert, sporting event, convention, or anything else, the DNN Event Center can handle it all. The DNN Event Center is the biggest event center in North Platte. This building is perfectly suited for anything from small gatherings to major events. Rent just one small room or book the entire facility. The choices are endless at the DNN Event Center, your home for exciting events, special moments, and precious memories. Call today to make your reservation at 534-0255.
4th and inches here for the Bulldogs as got Blazer in a triangle formation with Wickham under center. We're in the shotgun now. Wickham trying to draw the Dogs off sides, I think. 5 seconds, 4 seconds on this timer, 1 second, and with that, they're going to call a delay of game, but...
I think the coach got the timeout.
A timeout called, but... So this is an interesting question here. There's 1:18 left to go here in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
It's 4th and inches. You try to draw the Dogs off sides, and the most likely are going to set up for a punt formation at this point. Are you sure that might be the right call?
Yeah, I don't know. I like going for it here. I mean, you know, quarterback Keith Wickham has shown us he can move the ball on his feet a little bit. I'm trying to pound my quarterback ahead, get that first down, and maybe get some points on the board. Obviously, the risk is that you give it to them in their half of the field, but I think I'm taking that risk. I'm trying to get the first down.
You're trying to get the first down. Again, it's 4th and inches. It's not like it's 4th and 1 or 4th and 3.
It's a fall forward. If you can get one good push
quarterback
from
dive.
your center.
You know, and we don't know how many times that the Discoverers have worked under center because mostly today they've been on shotgun formation all the time. So just see out there on the field. It is the punt unit. But we do need to make sure the Dogs are prepared for a sneak punt.
Oh, that would be silly.
That would be silly, but it could happen.
It could.
It could happen. Up here to punt now is going to be Liam Blazer. And it is going to be a punt. I'm shocked by that one. Tilford, wow, that was an awful punt. That's going to fall right in front of Colton Tilford at the 35-yard line. I don't know about that one, you know. So now starting at the 35-yard line of the Dogs comes North Platte with 1:10 left to go here in the first half. Seeing how well they can provide this drive. It's going to be tough with the 1:10, one timeout.
I think you're just going to see conservative play calling, going to try to eat that last minute, 10 seconds. One of those, if something good happens, if we can bust one, fine. If not, we're happy to go in, I think, now with that touchdown.
Landon O'Brien, the lone wide receiver to the near side, but a formation shift coming in. He's scooted further in. Kincaid now moving as well.
2 timeouts still for Columbus.
So a quick 3 now could provide good field position for Columbus. Johnson pitching it to Tilford on the outside. Has some daylight at the 40. Can he get out of bounds? He does get out of bounds.
Maybe.
Scott Carlson wanted to stay in. I think stay out.
Right.
Get out of bounds to stop the clock. That's a pickup of about 9. And it is official. 9 yards from Colton Tilford.
If your
also ran out of bounds.
If your goal is to score, I like it. If your goal is to get in there with a halftime lead, then I'm staying.
I still like it, though. Second and 1.
He looked good doing it.
He's 2nd and 1. He stepped out of bounds, so he can continue to try it. So now under center, Johnson. In motion comes as Brower. Jones is going to keep it. Cuts upfield, stumbles again, but continues going and is brought down at around the 47-yard line. Johnson picks up 3 or 4. Hurry-up offense now in effect for the Bulldogs. They're looking to score 1st and 10. Johnson under center now, under a minute left to go. Gets the snap. He's looking to pass, rolling to the near side, still looking, throwing to a wide-open Colton Tilford, 35-30, and he's pushed out of bounds around the 30, maybe 27-yard line. Colton Tilford with a beautiful grab, and what a beautiful pass. Caden Johnson, 2 for 3 now, a big gain of around 22. And that's a Bulldog first down in Discoverers territory.
Those can be the hardest to complete as Tilford was just all alone on the near sideline right in front of his bench, standing there waiting for it.
Johnson now under center at the 27-yard line of the Discoverers. Robley right behind him, 2 wide receivers to the far side. Johnson to Tilford on the outside edge, has a block, cutting back upfield, trying to cut around the backside, and is brought down at around the 25 and a flag on the play. Scott Carlson, our rules official, saw a face mask.
Gosh darn.
We're going to see here, Tilford got 2, and the official call, personal foul face mask. There's a free 15 for the Dogs. It was a 2-yard official pickup from Colton Tilford, but with the face mask.
Going to be an automatic first down.
Automatic first down. See how far they're going to mark him up. Should be 15. So it was at the 25-yard line. It's now going to be at the 10-yard line, if I can remember correctly. Well, we're going to say 13-yard line at the moment.
Or 13.
Oh, yes, 13-yard line for the Bulldogs. They're in the red zone now. How much time? 36 seconds left to go here in the first half. This would be huge for the Bulldogs. As out comes an official, though, to talk with head coach Kurt Altig. I think, again, Scott Carlson talking about he wanted to play conservative. With the way the Dogs have been pushing the field this first half, I'm not surprised that they just ran it down the field so quickly.
Well, I also said if you bust something big, then you change that game plan. You know, that's what happened.
Scott giving some safety nets for his recount. As under center goes Johnson with Robley right behind him. In motion comes Torres. Hammond looking to pass is Johnson, running to the right now. He's going to go and take off for it. He's at the 20, and he gets out of bounds at around the 5-yard line. Bulldogs have one timeout. Sorry, my bad. Gotten too excited. I thought it was one. I don't know where the out-of-bounds marker came from my mouth. But now at the 5, hurry-up offense with under 30 seconds left to go.
Oh, boy.
Johnson under center, second down at around the 13. Looking to pass, still looking, throwing it to the far side, just out of reach from Brandon
We'll take that,
Torres.
though. Slow down, calm down.
Brecken Torres, was wide open, though, in the flat.
Johnson took a shot, too, at the end of that.
He did. Torres open, just a little, not enough time for Johnson to complete that pass, or at least get his feet set. So now 7 seconds left to go. It's third down and about 3 at the 11-yard line, or the 7-yard line. You're looking for a run or a pass here, Scott Carlson. I think it's going to be an outside run. I'm thinking Tilford run to the right corner of the end zone. Same play that got the Scotts Bluff victory going to happen right here. Putting my money down on it. I'm a betting man. Johnson under center. In motion comes Brower. Actually, Johnson stepping back, looking to pass. Running to the right. Still looking, running out to the left.
Block.
Still trying, stumbles, and is brought down. A big loss, and probably will do it for the half. And that will do it for the first half. Coach not happy with the way Johnson handled that last couple of seconds. And with that, we will go into halftime. Bulldogs, though, at the moment leading 7-0 over the Columbus Discoverers. So when we come back, it is our time for halftime coverage for North Platte High School Bulldogs. And with that, as I cough, we will now get you into said timeout right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming, northplattepost.com.
Not sure where to find your students' grades? How about events or news about your student's school? Well, at North Platte Public Schools, we have an app for that. Downloading the app is free and easy. Simply visit your app store and search for North Platte School District. Once it's downloaded, you can adjust the settings to meet your needs. Next time you need to know what's on the lunch menu or review the school announcements, remember, we have an app for that. We are NPHS. Come grow with us.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford Honda Nissan Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Your health is nothing to fool with. That's why when supplies are important, you should trust no one but the best. Great Plains Home Care Equipment features full home care outfits. All of the items you or your loved one will need for rehabilitation, including oxygen and respiratory equipment, whether it's for staying at home or for moving around. Great Plains Home Care Equipment, 600 East Francis Street, Suite 6 in North Platte.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
Hi, this is Lori from Double Dips, and I just want to say thank you for another successful summer. And we're celebrating 3 years in business, so thank you. Come in after school for your ice cream, treat, or a boba drink. We now have all of our flavors back in stock. Open Tuesday through Sunday, and remember, Double Dips Ice Creamery is your dessert destination downtown in the Canteen District of North Platte, Nebraska.
Swift Auto Center. This is Joe from Swift Auto Center in North Platte. The Dogs play here. KWOQ North Platte, 1410 AM and FM 98.1.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome in, everybody. It is the Quick Stop Halftime Show right here on FM 98.1 AM 1410 and live streaming, as always, NorthPlattePost.com. It is time for our game stats provided by Clear Focus Eye Care. Clear Focus Eye Care, specializing in preventative eye care, dry eye treatment, and vision therapy. Schedule your appointment today. Bulldogs at 121 total offensive yards at the moment, being led by, I got to scroll on over here, that's being led by Brock Robley, 55 total yards, then Caden Johnson with 31, and Colton Tilford at 25 yards. And then through the air, it's been a strong game for Caden Johnson. He's 2 for 4, but sitting at 29 total yards passing, including a really, really big one to Colton Tilford that got them close to getting a first-half touchdown. Couldn't get it in the end. Though on the side, actually, before we get into that side, Scott, hit me up with your kind of opinion of how the first half went for the Dogs.
Yeah, I think overall pretty solid first half for the Bulldogs. Saw them playing their game, having success playing their game, and their game is Brock Robley right up the middle. And I'm sorry, it is, man. I'm not saying nobody else does anything, but their dude is Brock Robley, and we've seen Brock get shut down. We've seen Colton Tilford, we've seen Johnson, we've seen him step up. Brower stepped up in that Scottsbluff game, so not giving credit where credit's due by any means. But hey, if you can have your man doing his game successfully, that opens it up for everyone else. And a pretty clean, solid half of football. Surprised there's only 7 points on the board.
I know, with the way, and here's the thing, 121 total rushing yards for the Dogs, only 26 on the side of the Discoverers.
Yeah.
And you sit there and you say only a 7-point advantage, 7-0. You like it because you can see how dominant the offensive line and the run game has been for North Platte. But then you hate it because it's like, if you're running over them so hard, 7 points is not really something that head coach Kurt Altig is looking for going into halftime, where coming out in the third quarter, the Dogs have really looked the weakest.
Yeah, they have. They've been tired. But I think, part of that has been size matchup on the line, maybe being outsized a little bit. Scottsbluff, even a big team. People think, they're Class B. Hey, they're number 2 in Class B, and they got some big boys. But I think we match up pretty good size-wise with Columbus, and it's not as hot as it's been.
Yep.
That's a big factor. The cloud cover's kind of moved in, and so that's going to help keep your guys a little more fresh. I think the Dogs looked good going out of halftime. Obviously, you left points on the table out there. Coach Altig not happy about that, but what can you do?
So that was our halftime stats provided by 308 Uplifters/Linex. 308 Uplifters Linex of North Platte, offering spray and bed liners and a full line of accessories, floor mats, mud flats, coolers, and more. Also, thank you to Kevin McGann with the Fortified Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortified Group at his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. We're going to take a break. We come back. We'll give you our drive summaries of how the first half went. When we come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Find me, Brent Rogo, at 502 East Francis.
Why screen for osteoporosis? Osteoporosis is responsible for approximately 2 million broken bones per year. Don't miss the free osteoporosis screening at Great Plains Health. Receive a fracture risk assessment. Learn how to decrease your risk of a fracture. Learn how medications can affect your bones. Visit with Great Plains Health professionals. Saturday, September 17th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the Great Plains Health Conference Center.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
It's a stampede. Snorting bulls, piercing horns, and twisting bronco busting action. It's all charging into the Wild West Arena, September 16th and 17th, and you don't want to miss the ride. The Mid-Plains Community College Stampede. The best cowboys and cowgirls in the Great Plains, competing against the best stock the industry has to offer in 2 frenzied performances. Action begins at 7 p.m. each night. Tickets are $10 at the gate. It's the Mid-Plains Community College Stampede. Let's ride.
Fall in love with your mattress. You can save big on top brands. Experience restorative rest from Tempur-Pedic. Feel the trusted support of Sealy. And discover the handcrafted details of Stearns & Foster. So you wake up rested and refreshed.
Only at Swan's Fine Home, 420 East 4th Street, North Platte. Style lives here.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, here Bauer Field. It is time for our game drive summaries here for the first half, starting with the Bulldogs. Hey, they received the first half kickoff, went nowhere. 3 plays, 3 and out. Quick start for the Dogs. Punted and got it all the way down to the 35 in Discoverer territory, but that Bulldog defense completely shut down the Discoverers as they went 3 and out as well and was forced to punt. Then it was a 50-yard, 8-play drive from Caden Johnson and Brock Robley that ultimately led in a 1-yard Brock Robley touchdown run with the extra point good, 7-0, and that's how it's been the rest of the game. From that point on, punt, turnover on downs for the Bulldogs, punt from the Discoverers, punt from the Bulldogs, punt from the Discoverers, and then a last-second play for a potential end zone throw from Caden Johnson to maybe get something going into halftime. Bulldogs got absolutely nothing, as unfortunately we still now head here into halftime, 7-0. The weather is starting to move its way in, but is supposed to continue to push away from North Platte until around 10 o'clock. Hopefully when this game is over, what time is it right now, Scott? Oh my God, did we just go through a whole half in under an hour? Are you kidding me? Tell me that's not true.
Yeah, we sure did.
Holy moly. So maybe the
that's
weather.
That's 2 teams that run the football.
I know, that's true, but still. So that might mean that we might skip this entire weather cell any which way. Out there on the field, though, right now for homecoming is the marching band with the middle school as well. Scott's daughter's down there as well. Proud papa up here.
Yeah. I got 2 daughters down there, both playing the clarinet.
Oh, a clarinet player.
Take a
picture. Look at that. But yes, Bulldogs at the moment trailing 7-0 here in this game. Hey, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll give you some more halftime coverage right here on the Quick Stop Halftime Show.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back, everybody. Bauer Field at North Platte currently leading Columbus 7-0. Scott's got himself he's got many names. He's the weatherman. He's the I'm the stats man. He's our penalty man. He's also our keen observer.
Careful which ones you give away.
That is true. And our timekeeper as the official timekeeper. Scott, give us a quick little weather update.
New severe thunderstorm warning. Tell you about this one for western Logan and eastern McPherson counties until 7:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This storm at around 6:55 near Tryon. And moving off to the east at 25 miles per hour. Here's the kicker, Paxton. Golf ball size hail. 60 mile per hour winds. People and animals outdoors will be injured. Damage to roofs, siding, windows, vehicles, all that. Tryon and Ringgold, you are in the path of the storm. Highway 92 between mile markers 195 and 227. And Highway 97 between mile markers 21 and 38. So 7:45. For McPherson County severe thunderstorm warning.
So again, it's still, you look at it and it seems like it's moving this way, but it's moving up and away from the first portion of this cell, moving up and away from North Platte, but the bottom half around, in the Colorado area is making its way back up here. So around 10 o'clock is what the radar predicts is when it will officially hit North Platte, the big portion of it. If I remember correctly, the NSAA says that if there's any lightning in a miles, I think it's 8 miles or 16. I'm trying to remember. I know American Legion is 16, so it'll be 8 miles of this stadium. We will go into a lightning delay, which is about 30 minutes. Which we're not hoping, but it's just a little update on the rules for the NSAA when it comes to severe weather. But so far, I talked with Scott and I was shocked. We've already gone through a full half in under an hour. And it's crazy to think this game just started an hour ago and we're already at the halftime. Dogs at the moment leading 7-0. It has been a pretty dominating first half. 121 total rushing yards for the Dogs, 26 for the Discoverers. And you'd think at that point this game might be a blowout, 21-0, maybe even 14-0, but it just seems like the Dogs, while being able to just gash all over this Discoverers defense, have not been able to really get the ball into the end zone. And you can maybe point to, hey, they're kind of going a little out of character in some situations, and they're being more pass-heavy than they are run-heavy towards specifically the latter half of the second quarter, right, Scott?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely went run-heavy and tried to do. Sorry, Paxton, I wasn't paying attention. I'm trying to read the lightning rule.
He's trying to read the lightning rule over here, so I kind of caught him off guard.
I can usually BS, but there was no way out of that one, so I digress. I'm sorry.
It's fine, but it's just so. But it is so difficult to kind of because you sit there and we've talked about how we want to see them pass the ball more, but it seems like specifically in the second quarter they went away from their identity to the point where it wasn't helping the team. It was more hindering them at that point because, we talked about how it's a run-heavy style team, and when they pass the ball, it's nice, but you're gashing this Discoverers defense for 121 yards, and head coach Kurt Altig has talked about how they're still going to stick it to the ground game and ground and pound Bulldog way, but it seems like in the second quarter they got away from that. It really bit them because only 7 points going into halftime after completely dominating on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, for sure. And I like opening up the playbook a little bit, but man, the flip side of that is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Uh-huh. And Brock Robley was running tough. His running tough was opening up some good outside runs for Broward, Tilford, and Johnson. So, yeah, one might have said, but me, I like to see him digging into that playbook a little bit. I'm with you, though. Like I said, it just felt weird to look at the scoreboard, and North Platte only had 7 points going into half because they dominated that first half.
They really did. And I expect here in the second half they're going to go back to that ground pound style. Yeah. They're not going to receive the kickoff. That's going to go to the Discoverers to start the second half. But really it just is boiled down to, again, the third quarter has been the bane of the existence for this Bulldogs team all season. And with the way that the pace of play has been today, I can maybe firmly say that we don't have to fear them kind of gassing themselves out and coming out sluggish in that second half because, again, they went through all the second quarter really just not doing what we're accustomed to the Bulldogs doing, which isn't a bad thing because, again, Scott's always wanted to see them pick up pace and throw the ball a little bit more. But at the same time, they've gotten away from their true identity, and it's cost them some points. So look for head coach Kurt Altig to get right back into that same pace of play. Other than that, Scott, anything else that you kind of noticed in the first half that you kind of just want to touch on and highlight that we haven't really talked a lot about today?
Yeah, I just again, if you say Brock Robley's running good, that likely means that you're getting some good play from your line, and the Dogs definitely did. Great play from the tackles. Alex Grove here on the right side, really dominant on the outside. Great containment blocking. Great job opening up holes in the middle. It was a good line.
And I think that, I want to say that's kind of surprising, but with the way the injuries happened on the offensive line against Scotts Bluff, two big key offensive line injuries that have, I would say, if I remember correctly, have ended the season for a couple guys. You kind of came into this game against a Discoverers team that has quite a hefty front five, front seven, and they've just ran all over them up front. It's really been really has been just the Dogs doing Bulldog football and completely taking over at the line of scrimmage. And that's led to Brock Robley. He's got a couple 2-yarders, 3-yarders, but some 7s, some 8s. Right. He's really getting great penetration that, we haven't really seen much in the last couple of weeks. And I think as a Bulldogs fan going into the second half, you're pretty excited about that, because not only does that mean, hey, Brock Robley can break one off for a long one, but that opens up the door for Brower, Tilford, as well as Caden Johnson to use that perimeter play to really just take advantage. And even though we begrudgingly talked about how maybe they need to tone down the passing attack, some more play action opportunities because I'm dying over here.
It's okay. I know CPR.
Thank you.
You're not getting mouth to mouth.
Okay.
Only chest compressions.
Gosh darn it. But
all right.
But
you'll live.
Defensively, the Discoverers.
Okay.
The Discoverers.
Carl's out.
Poor
Hey,
Carl's out.
I'm
dead.
No,
But
we'll just let him die.
Discoverers running a very press-heavy defense where both safeties are almost in the box entirely. So that opens up some play down the field. Almost hit one. Landon O'Brien was relatively open, but just a poor throw from Caden Johnson. So
big play to Tilford, though. The right there down the sideline at the end of the half.
So they do have those opportunities. It's just they got to convert on them, and it's getting one of those things where it's a hit or miss. So, Scotts Bluff game, all of it was a hit in terms of passing. Right. Yeah. So far today against the Discoverers, it's been 50-50 at best. So we'll take a break. We come back. It is time for second half coverage right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com. This has been the Quick Stop Halftime Show.
Thanks for listening to the Quick Stop Halftime Show. Second half action is next on FM 98.1.
Ooh, boy, the summer is flying by at Larry's RV in North Platte. Stop by if you're looking for a new RV or needing parts and accessories. New Bullet travel trailers are arriving, and Rockwell travel trailers and fifth wheels coming soon. A new 2022 Milestone 326 RL fifth wheel is here. A very spacious living room and an island kitchen that has a wine refrigerator. A large bedroom slide extends into the bathroom and a cozy fireplace in the living room. Tour the new Milestone 326 RL fifth wheel at Larry's RV in North Platte today. Easy financing also available with approved credit.
At Allo, we think you deserve the fiber things in life. Like binging your favorite TV shows and movies buffer-free, next level, lag-free gaming, and video calls without frozen faces. So say goodbye to lag and buffering and hello to super fast fiber internet with dedicated 24/7 support for total peace of mind. Plus, no hidden fees, no expiration dates, and no contracts, ever. From dependable service to exceptional support, experience the fiber things with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/fiberthings.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back to Bauer Field here. All of us are in kind of, I won't say shock, but we're gazing in as a ambulance is pulled into the stand, or into the stadium. We're both a little all confused at what's going on, so we'll give an update on that situation. Hey, the howitzer is still out, everybody, so Scott Carlson almost fell out of his chair when it was fired the first time.
I about needed the ambulance the first time, man.
As it just scared the living heck out of all of us. But Bulldogs lead 7-0. They will not be getting the second half kickoff. That'll go the way of the Discoverers, as Discoverers deferred and Bulldogs were on the receiving end. So Scott, keys to your second half, again, provided by Lock and Al's Lock and Safe, securing North Platte and the surrounding areas for over 50 years. Give me your keys, second half, Scott.
Hey, I tell you what, the Dogs believe kicking off here to start the second half. They took the ball, so let's get a quick 3 and out, and then let's play some Bulldog football and do our thing and run the ball. What is happening here? This is too much.
Yeah, so we're both entranced by this EMT that is running on the track and field now. He's running over to the Bulldogs side of our stands. So we'll get, again, another update from Scott's keen observations on what's going on because the ambulance is pulling right back out. So we're
coming
now
down to the other side here.
So 7-0 is the score for the Dogs as they lead over Columbus Discoverers. The Discoverers will receive the second half kickoff. Bulldogs so far total yards right 121 rushing compared to 21. And it seems like that's going to be the same thing all game long from our point of view. Not really anything that gave me particularly confidence in Columbus really turning the corner. Not because they're blocking bad, it's just how aggressive and how kind of gang tackling there have been on the side of North Platte to really bring down any type of Discoverer player, as Borges is now on here to kick for the start here of the second half. There, Luke Borges gets it underway as there goes the howitzer one more time. Picked up. There's Sarvinsky in the backside. Running it to the far side. Excuse me. That's going to be Crumley. And Crumley is brought down at around the 20-yard line to start here for the Discoverers. They got it to about the 25. So now here comes the Discoverers' first drive of the second half. Seeing who's under quarterback, it's going to be interesting. And now under quarterback is going to be Braylon Vencura. Again, another switch off.
Well, we saw him in the first quarter. We saw Wickham in the second quarter. Now maybe they're
Vencura again. So is it just going to be alternate? Again, as many coaches and analysts have said, if you don't have if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have one. Vencura under center, handing it off to a motion Crumley. Crumley to the outside in the open field. He's at the 35-40, 45 and pushed out of bounds around the 50-yard line, around the 49. A pickup of about 29 yards from Dylan Crumley. Seeing where they mark him. They're going to mark him at the 46-yard line, so a pickup of 26 from Crumley.
Great play. Vencura sold that reverse. It was an end around. Crumley came around from the outside, and he sold it to the running back and then snuck it into the gut.
So now starting at their 46-yard line following the big 26-yard run, they're going to hand it up the middle to Blazer. Blazer brought down from behind. There's a good stop coming in from Trevor Chrisman. Liam Blazer brought down and spun down, but he got a good solid gain of 5. And now with that 2nd and 5, so far Discoverers in their first two plays taking some good chunks from the Dogs' defense.
Yeah, they have been. I mean, the big run punched the Dogs right in the mouth here to start the third quarter. Not what you wanted. A lot of momentum in that big run.
So now Vencura back in. Looking at a shotgun formation, now a pistol formation, with Blazer to the right of Vencura. Gets the snaps. Going to hand it off to Blazer. Blazer stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage. They're immediately to stop. Blazer trying to get a number, I believe. They're immediately to stop Drew Stifler.
Yeah, I think Stifler and then Brock Robley from that middle linebacker position just filled in that gap and stuffed it.
So no gain for Blazer on that play. Stifler immediately penetrating the front's 5 on the side of the Discoverers. And with that, stopping Blazer for no gain. A crucial 3rd and 5 to stop the momentum here at the start of the second half for the Discoverers.
That was big.
That was big. So Vencura's still in. Crumley now to the left of him. Vencura going to hand it off to Daniels on the end around motion. Brock Robley pushes him wide. And then Trevor Chrisman from behind.
Baby.
Brock Robley pushing Daniels. That one's going to be a Dorian Daniels way outside, and then Trevor Chrisman from behind tackling him down for a no gain again. That's back-to-back no games. The Dogs defense locking it down here.
Yeah, same play to the opposite side that they got the big gain on their first play from scrimmage here in the third quarter. This time the Dogs not buying it.
Cale Forney now up to punt with deep to return Colton Tilford. Dogs have been close to blocking the punt many a times, and there's been a lot of high snaps, so one of these times this special teams unit might get to it. Another high one, but
no pressure.
Max Protect. That was a wobbler that's going to take a nice bounce for the Discoverers.
Careful.
Picked up by Tilford at the 10. He's going to cut upfield, and is stumbled and brought down, and a flag on the play. Whoa! Are we looking at
a face mask there or up high on the course collar? Something
face mask, or I think maybe leading with the crown of your helmet. That's a new penalty coming in to a lot of the lower divisions in terms of if you lean with the top of your helmet, which is the crown, towards a defenseless player, which was Colton Tilford as he was going down.
Oh, illegal use of the hands.
Wow, illegal use of the hands. Maybe. That's going against the Dogs. So what would have been good field position around the 16? Now I'm going to pin him deeper, maybe within the 10. I thought that was looking like a leading with the crown of the helmet on the defenseless player. But they're going to say illegal hands, and with that, starting field position for the Dogs, oh boy. At the 8-yard line, wowzers. So the 9-yard line is where the Dogs will start. Pinned very far back. So first down and 10 now for the Bulldogs. So two wide receiver set, Landon O'Brien to the near side, Kincaid to the far side. Johnson under center, Robley right behind him. Brower as well as Tilford in as well. In motion comes Tilford. They're going to hand it to Robley off the right side. Has a hole, pushing forward, still going, and is finally brought down at around the 17-yard line. That's around the first down marker. And that's going to be good gain of 9 from Brock Robley. So getting out of their own, deep in their almost end zone area, it's now 2nd down and 1 for the Dogs. As Brock Robley yet again finding some territory off that right side of the line. Big pickup for the Dogs, and they're almost to a first down, 2nd and 1.
Needed that one more little push just to get that first down, getting it right here.
But good more breathing room for this offense. Robley off the left side now, still going to spun around and brought down at the 25-yard line. That's a first down, and then another gain of 7, maybe even 8 on the play. As Gabalia is there for the tackle. At the 25 now, that's a first down for the Dogs. Another strong pickup from Brock Robley. 7 on the carry. First down and 10 at their own 25. Tilford in motion. Robley again off the right side. Moving forward. Another good pickup of 5 from Brock Robley. Holding on to that ball like it's his baby. And just took a low shot down at the knees, but still going. 2nd and 5 following the 5-yard pickup.
I would mention that the Dogs are protecting the ball well tonight, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, don't want to jinx them just like that. Oh, and there we go. An encroachment. Coming on the side of the Discoverers. In motion comes Hayden Brower on the backside, and that caught Discoverer off. That one's going to be Carter Fetty. Carter Fetty called with the encroachment. That's 5 yards and an automatic first down for the Bulldogs.
That's right, yeah. Moving the chains. Great job on the hard count there by Johnson, and caught him sleeping.
So first down and 10 now at the 36-yard line inside their own territory. Dogs moving here on their first drive out of the second half. Johnson going to hand it to Robley off the right side. And that time, not too much hole, but he's able to squirt his way forward for maybe a gain of 4, maybe 3 at the minimum. See where they're going to mark the spot. They're going to get a gain of 4 as Fetty there on the tackle again. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, if you can get 3-4 yards per carry out of Robley, you're happy with that.
Johnson. In motion comes Brower. Going to hand it off and keep it to Johnson. Johnson running it to the outside. Cuts back upfield around the first down marker, and he gets it. Caden Johnson tried to bounce it outside, but noticed a hole inside, and he cut it back upfield. And that was enough to get a first down, a pickup of 9 from Caden Johnson.
Yeah,
first and 10.
Really, one of the things we've seen from Caden all season, just great awareness on the field, a great job of seeing what the defense is giving him. As you said, he was obviously dead set on trying to get that outside, but the quick cutback got the first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line, still in Dogs territory. Handed it to Robley off the left side, cutting it upfield, keeping it going, and has brought down another gain of 5 from Brock Robley. The workhorse getting it in today. 5 yards, 2nd and 5 now, and it's really seeming like no matter what the Discoverers are throwing at Robley and this offensive line, North Platte is just on top of it. Another good pickup now inside Discoverers territory at the 48-yard line. I really like, again, what I'm seeing, sticking to what has got them working.
Yep,
Brock Robley getting the ball up the middle, and then, of course, sneaking in some Caden Johnson and Colton Tilford runs. 2 wide receivers, though, to the near side, O'Brien and Kincaid. Johnson in motion comes Tilford, going to hand it to Robley. Robley stutter step, getting up some speed, and that's enough for the first down. He'll pick up 7 from Brock Robley, getting that momentum going. The big man himself getting ahead of steam, piling his way downfield. First down now at the 39-yard line of Discoverer territory.
And again, great job, Peyton Dimmitt on that right side. Alex Grove over there as well. We mentioned his name in the first half a lot. Great job by those guys giving Brock that lane to run through.
And he gets that first lane to run through. So now 1st and 10. At the 39, yeah, I know, I messed up. You can look at me on that one.
That's all right.
Johnson gonna stutter step and juke a man out and go to the outside, and he'll get close to the first down marker. Oh my God, that man might have got sniped in the ankles. Caden Johnson just destroyed a man through the side. Got enough maybe for the first down. Are we going to see? He will get enough for the first down. 10 yards from Caden Johnson.
Running hard. Went down hard, too, out of bounds. And one of those, as a coach, you hold your breath. Your quarterback takes a shot like that. Johnson, though, popping right back up.
Juked a man, though, out of his bootstraps.
Out of his jockstrap.
And he got enough for the first down. 10 yards from Johnson, now at the 29-yard line of the Discoverers. Bulldogs driving here in the third quarter. Ooh, I formation. They're going to pitch it to Tilford, but blown up, but still on his feet. On the outside, he's at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Bulldogs! Wow, what a play from Colton Tilford. It looked like it was dead at the line of scrimmage. There to get them was Kabalia. It was from Kabalia. And just like that, Isaiah Kabalia missed the tackle. Tilford string-lining his way down the sideline, waltzes in for a touchdown. 29-yard run from Colton Tilford. It's 14-0 now for the Dogs.
Colton got hit right about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, put the left hand down to stay up. That was a beautiful run.
And with that, the extra point is up and good, and the Bulldogs now take a commanding 14-0 lead following the Colton Tilford 29-yard TD run. We'll take a break. We come back. More action here live, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
This is Shad Lantis, Ag Lender with Equitable Bank. We understand the importance agriculture plays in our state and local communities. We believe in developing relationships with our customers and investing the time to understand their operations. At Equitable, your success is our success. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Hometown banking with hometown people. Equitable Bank.
Your health is nothing to fool with. That's why when supplies are important, you should trust no one but the best. Great Plains Home Care Equipment.
Sports.
Welcome back to Bauer Field. 29-yard TD run from Colton Tilford. It is now 14-0 for the Dogs as I drop my pen in pure excitement. I know, I dropped it. So Bulldogs now 14-0 here against Columbus Discoverers. That drive, we talked about it, how we wanted to see North Platte just get back to the basics in terms of just all the time keeping the run in. And you know what? They did so emphatically on that drive. No pass, all run from, guess what? Their own 9. So that was a 91-yard drive. As deep to return is going to be Crumley. He'll take it at the 1-yard line. Make it up to the 15, now pushing to the near side, trying to cut it back, and there are a plethora Bulldog defenders being led by the way, Xavier Albertson. As in situation in Sutherland, there is a weather delay due to lightning. That storm.
It's a wicked-looking storm.
That storm coming through has delayed the Sutherland North Platte St. Patrick's game. It was a North Platte St. Patrick's lead with 8:17 left to go in the first quarter.
Up 7-0.
Up 7-0 as here we are in still quarter number 3
Go
out
Irish.
there. Braylon Van Cura still out on the field in the third quarter. 5 minutes left to go. 5:28 to be exact. Right to the left of him, Liam Blazer. Going to hand to the Blazer on the far side. He's trying to cut up field and is brought down by many members of this Bulldog defense, led by Trevor Chrisman, the first Bulldog on the scene. That's a solid gain of 5 from Blazer. So with that, it's now 2nd and 5.
Yeah, the Dogs defense, as you mentioned, just swarming into that hole towards the ball carrier. Great D.
And that's what you like to see, is just not one, but many blue jerseys swarming. Punt on the side of the Discoverers. So, welcome back everybody on the video stream. Had some technical difficulties, but Bulldogs getting the 3 and out on the second Discoverers drive as Kincaid almost gets the block. A high wobbler that's picked up by Tilford around the 40. He's going to cut upfield, stutter steps, now going to stutter again and move his way in and get tackled at the 49-yard line. So now we're starting Bulldogs territory at the Discoverers 49. Scott, that first drive was very scary if you were a Discoverers fan and a Discoverers coach, because no matter what you were throwing at this North Platte team, it just wasn't working.
Yeah, they were just, as you mentioned, defending everything, filling the gaps, coverage on the outside, and you're right, just nothing Columbus could do. Great D by the Bulldogs.
So Brecken Torres is right to the right of Kincaid, or excuse me, Brower. as well as Landon O'Brien, the lone wide receiver. They're going to hand it off to Robley off the right side. He breaks through one tackle, pushes his way forward, still going, and is finally brought down at around the 39-yard line. I'm going to say a pickup of 11, but they're going to say a pickup of 10, another spot that's not favorable.
Pickup of 9.
Wow, a gain of 9 even from Robley, so it's 2nd and 1. Again, weather delay in KZ for Sutherland taking on North Platte St. Patrick's on KZTL. So anybody listening there, welcome in. It's a 14-0 ball game for North Platte High School over Columbus. Down to the far side, Trevor Chrisman, the lone wide receiver out there. In motion comes Tilford. Going to hand it to Robley. Get up the middle, has some space, and flies forward for a gain of 7. Again, Brock Robley can just do no wrong and is really finding maximum distance and maximum length on these runs, getting the most out of them. 1st and 10 now at the Discoverers' 33-yard line.
All right, I've got the production duties handled here. Batteries, lights, I think we're ready. I'm back.
Torres in motion, and now the Dogs will reset and look down. 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. Johnson under center. In motion comes Brecken Torres again. They're going to hand to Robley off the left side. He has a hole in the open field. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown for the Dogs. Another one from Brock Robley, and that is a North Platte touchdown. It is now 21-0. We talked about it again, how this squad coming out in the second quarter went the wrong direction when it came to its attack offensively. Too much passing. And you know what they did saying coming out of halftime? You know what? Screw your passing. Right. We're just going to run it down a 29-yard TD run on 4 plays from Brock Robley. It is now officially 21-0.
Logan Broussard, Drake Ferris on the left side of that offensive line for the Bulldogs. Just a beautiful job of turning their guys in, and that let Brock Robley have a clean look at the left side.
And with that, we'll now head into a timeout as the Dogs currently leading Columbus Discoverers 21-0.
Distinction is important. It helps you stand out from the rest. So why not establish yourself with exceptional personalization from Willow Creek Embroidery? Willow Creek Embroidery has moved to a new location with a bigger showroom and the same great service. No setup for new customers when ordering 12 or more apparel items. They can customize literally anything, and they are not just an embroidery shop. Promotional items, banners, cups, mugs, keychains, and even pens. Check out the new owner, Robert, and the crew at 1620 East 4th Street, Suite 120, right by the Garys.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back to Brower Field, and a touchdown from the Bauer. I messed that one up. I'm sorry, everybody. You can come and attack me on my social media at Paxton Sports on Twitter. That was a timeout provided by Kevin McGann with the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group at his new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B.
I'm here to help, not to judge.
That is right. You know, he's my
Merle was like a grandpa to me. So Merle Bauer, the old AD here, way back in the day. I love that man.
Scott is my wingman, and that's why he's my color analyst. Is that one good tackling again from the Bulldogs? Going to start the Discoverers at their 29-yard line. There on the return was Crumley. And we're going to see a lot more Will Wickham now after the injury to Braylon Van Cura. And to be honest, I don't really see much of a difference even though Van Cura went down. I really don't see much of a difference being put forward here on this Discoverers offense. Just getting nothing in the pass or the run from this Bulldogs defense.
Yeah, I mean, as long as the Dogs keep playing tough, it's going to be a long, short night for the Discoverers.
That is true. 4 wide receivers set, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. In the backfield, Liam Blazer for Wickham. 4 defensive line front for the Dogs. 1 deep safety being Colton Tilford. Wickham stepping back, looking for a short pass, and that falls incomplete. They're on the stop, but there is a flag at the line of scrimmage. They're on the stop. Look to be Eli Baroman. Was that towards the near side of the? That's on the far side. That's looking like a pass interference on Baroman. As out comes limping off the field for the Bulldogs. That's Carter Butterfield. But pass interference for North Platte. Broman got there, but didn't get there. Got there just a bit too early, and with that, that's a free 15 for the Discoverers.
Yeah, he cut his route back, and Broman grabbed the arms, threw the arms down, and prevented that play from being made there.
So now at the 38-yard line of the Discoverers. Hey, that's the first big misstep, though, for the Dogs all
for
night,
sure.
really.
Been a clean night.
That's what you like to see.
It happens.
Still 4 wide receivers set in motion comes Crumley. Wickham rolling out to his left, looking to throw. Pump fakes, looking deep downfield with that throw. Whoa! Nobody around, but he did have some pressure. Caleb Kincaid. Oh, no correction. Once more, Xavier Albertson getting pressure on the backside.
Wow.
Causing Wickham to throw that pass errantly over Crumley's head.
Yeah, number 6 crushed. Number 6, Albertson on Wickham. And, man, Wickham thinking about getting up after that one, had to fix the shoulder pads.
So now, Wickham is 1 for 3 in passing. Second down and 10, and it looks like Discoverer is going to go back to the ground game with Blazer to Crumley. They're actually going to hand it to Blazer off the left side, but there is some more Bulldog defenders, but flags on the play, 2 of them.
They might get a horse collar. That would be, unless it's a hold.
Holding on the side of the Discoverers.
In that area. The jersey got grabbed. It looked like the sleeve.
Just the back end. It looked like the back end.
I didn't know if maybe from the official's angle it looked like it was up high, but no, they got a hold in the middle.
So the Bulldogs will accept that, so it's going to be about, I think, 10 yards. Actually, they're going to decline it. I was going to say, Coach Altic should decline that, make it 3rd down and 10. As the Discoverers really haven't been getting chunked ever since that early big run coming in from Crumley to start this second half. Haven't really seen any big plays on the side of the Discoverers. They're trailing 21-0 here, quarter number 3, with 149 left to go here in quarter number 3. Wickham will get the play call in. Looking like possibly another runner play action pass. Heavy bunch formation here to the near side and the far side. Wickham in the shotgun with Blazer to the left of him. In motion comes Crumley. Play action. Stepping back. Wide open receiver down the field. That one's going to be a Nick Kuric. And with that, he's going to get into Bulldogs territory at around the 38 of the Bulldogs. Oh, massive blow coverage.
Just blown coverage. Jackson Creel sat down after about 12, not sure, and helped me with the receiver. Just kept going.
Oh, yes. Excuse me on that one. That one's going to be, I think it was Creel on him trying to find. Yeah, Nick Kuric, is the one that got it.
Yeah, that's what threw me.
Yeah, Kuric.
But no, Creel sat down in his coverage and, man, just left him wide open, came back, made the stop, but unfortunately after a huge gain.
30-yard pickup for the Discoverers, and now it's at 1st and 10 in Bulldogs territory. Looking to pass now, Wickham. Rolling to his left, has lots of daylight. Looking, going to throw it into the front of him. That's going to be picked up after a good solid 10-yard game. Trying to see about 6. Trying to find the receiver. I believe picking that one up is going to be Caden Capples. So Capples gets his first reception. So now, after that 6, it's now 2nd and 4 on the side of the Discoverers. I was just talking about how they haven't really had many big explosive plays here in the second half. Nope.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Speak of the devil.
Shut up.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Speak that into the universe.
I didn't mean to, but there we go. In motion comes Crumley. They're going to hand off to Blazer right up the middle. He gets absolutely nothing. Coming in on the side, Liam Blazer just hasn't so far been able to get anything going in the running game. Not just here in the second half, but in the first half. Total yards for Blazer. Let's see, I think he got about 1, you would assume, on that play. Got about 1. Total yardage, 25 yards for Blazer on 10 carries. 2.5 yards per carry. Not a good mark. Huge 3rd down, and I'd say 4 on the play, and a timeout's going to be taken on the field. Oh, excuse me, that's the end of the 3rd quarter, so that timeout, an official's timeout. So with that, we'll also take our own timeout. Bulldogs, though, up ahead over the Discoverers coming out of Columbus, 21-0.
Start your day with gourmet coffee with Quick Stop's 100% Arabica house blend and Quick Stop's Seattle Buzz coffees. Quick Stop Rewards offering exclusive discounts and fuel rollbacks. Savings up to 15 cents per gallon with Sinclair Dino Pay using your debit or credit card. Quick Stop can refresh with Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real shakes and smoothies. Or customize your favorite fountain drink with flavor shots and everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
First State Bank is your local bank that offers everything in one place. Banking, savings, mortgages, and loans. Why go anywhere else when you can come to us? We can help you through all walks of life. Buying your first home, kid savings, purchasing a new car, and even retirement. We have you covered. Stop in to see what First State Bank, your local bank, has to offer. First State Bank on the corner of Willow and Rodeo Road. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
North Platte Post.
Welcome back to Bauer Field. It is the start of the fourth quarter. I know Scott gave me that look. My mind was, I don't know why my mind's on Broward so much today.
Where are we going? We're going from Broward to Ball?
Hey, Scott's weather update.
That's right. Severe thunderstorm warning for our friends in Keith County, just to the west. This is at 6:27 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, issued by the National Weather Service, in effect until 7 o'clock. This storm near Big Springs, moving east, 25 miles per hour. Wind and quarter-size hail. The main impacts, Ogallala, Big Springs, Brule, Golden Eye State Wildlife Management Area. You are in the path.
It's a nasty storm. We saw some pictures from the Sutherland game.
St. Pat's in a weather delay, and from what we hear from Matt Goosey, who's calling that game on our sister station, Z93.5, could be a lengthy one.
Could be a lengthy one. Wickham stepping back, going deep for that pass, way outside of reach. The intended target on that one, Dorian Daniels. Gutsy call. It's now 4th down and 4 for the Discoverers. Most certainly going for it here.
But we do know, let me pop that back up. I believe it was a 7-0
lead. With 8:16 left to go in the first
Sutherland
quarter.
over the Irish.
Again, number 1 in the state, North Platte St. Patrick's, trailing Sutherland 7-0 in a weather delay. Again, Matt Goosey on call for KZTL Z93.5. And if you're just tuning in from Z93.5, welcome in. 21-0 North Platte over Columbus with 11:57 left to go here in the fourth quarter. A 4th down and 4. A big stop for the Dogs here. Blaze, in the shotgun, stepping back. Wickham has Kincaid behind him. He gets up Caleb Kincaid with a massive sack. And with that, the Bulldogs will take over, stopping that drive from the Discoverers.
Man, Kincaid was, I don't know that his guy across from him on the defensive line even touched him. He was on him like a fly on poop.
Is that what they say?
No, I can't say that, though.
Okay.
He called the poop.
I thought it was a different saying.
You thought I was going to.
No. I didn't think it was that saying. I thought it was a different thing with the fly.
I've learned.
But anyway, Robley up the middle is going to get a solid gain of 5 following that turnover on downs.
I don't have $10,000 laying around.
That's also true. Well, no, the thing was, I was not saying you said poop. I thought you were going with a different way with the fly. Like a fly on an electric track.
A fly on what? Electric track?
Trap. I don't know.
A bug's out? No, we don't say that in Nebraska. I don't know what the heck you guys say in Colorado. But
that's why we're here doing
on an electric track. That doesn't even roll off the tongue good.
And you thought fly on poop flies off the tongue well?
Well, they like poop. They don't like electric traps. They
Second and 4. The pass here to pitch to Tilford at the 40. Cuts up field. Tries to break through a tackle at the 45. And now at around the 49, he'll get it up for the first. Tilford, solid gain of 8. Thank you for listening into our fly coverage. Brought to you in part by...
Well, come on, man.
It's 1st down and 10
if you're going to make an analogy, let's make it roll off the tongue.
I don't think that rolls off the tongue.
Poop does. Poop rolls off. You can throw poop in with anything.
Yeah, okay, we'll give that a try. We'll see how that goes later on.
I do love to talk about poop.
Dogs leading 21-0. 1st down and 10 at their own 49-yard line. Johnson under center. Tilford in motion. Rob is going to get it off and juke one tackler and then brought down a gain of 2. And there you go. There's the first run in a long time from Brock Rowley that really didn't get much. Gain of 2, I would say, at the minimum. and it will be 2. So second down. Whoa, they're going to give them 3. Wow, jeez. They're really giving some generous spots tonight. Second down and 3. It's 2nd and 7 now, following the 3-yard gain. Deep on the far side, actually checking in, C.J. Johnson getting some playing time. His first of the night. Tilford in motion. Robley gets it off the right side, cutting upfield, trying to break through some tackles and gets to around the 39-yard line. The big man, Brock rumbling his way forward for 12. That's another first down for the Bulldogs. Discoverers got a nice stop on the play before, but Brock Robley bounced back and said, I'll play your 2 with my 12.
That's right. Yeah, Robley just running tough all night long. The Discoverers have not been able to find an answer for him.
Which is interesting because they do have such a huge front 7 on their side.
He's just getting through that front line before they can even think about it.
And now a timeout, or is there? No. Okay, the official was signaling that there might be a timeout, but nope. Not on that side. Brower and Tilford in with O'Brien on the near side. In motion comes Tilford. They're going to keep it with Johnson. Cutting upfield. He's at the 35 and spins down to around the 33. They're going to mark him exactly at the about 34.5-yard line. Hey, hurry up offense, though, coming in. This is interesting to see. Following that pickup from Johnson, that's a good gain of about 6. 2nd and 4. I love to see the pickup of pace for the Bulldogs here, noticing how tired this defense looks for the Discoverers. Motion Tilford again, but he's going to go back to his spot, and now going to have a reset up on the offense as Johnson looks to the sideline. Looks at his notes. He's ready to go. Robley behind him. Motion Tilford again. Robley's going to get it, stumbling and rumbling his way forward, and is finally brought down. Man, you just can't stop Brock Robley tonight. That's a gain of, I'm going to say 5, and he will have enough for the first down on that gain of 5. Brock Robley just absolutely decimating.
Well, he's getting great blocking from his guards and tackles, and that's keeping that big front 7 off of him. And the linebackers have been having to deal with Brock Robley all night.
And ineffectively been able to deal with Brock Robley. He's been on fire. So 9:23 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs leading 21-0. In motion comes Brower. Going to hand it on up here to Robley, who bounces and is brought down after a gain of maybe 3. A lot of bodies hitting the floor.
The bodies hit the floor.
I would finish it off there, but I didn't want to keep going. I wanted to finish that song
That's such a good song.
So that's a gain of, they're going to say...
Drowning Pool?
Drowning Pool?
I think that's the name of the band.
I don't think that's right. We'll have to look at it. Somebody in the audience give us that
Google
one.
Here.
No, I want the audience to do it. I think it's more fun.
How did we ever settle arguments before Google?
Hey, that's true. And that's going to be Johnson keeping it. Going to try to pitch it. Oh, no. Ball on the ground. Oh, no.
Come on, I'm a music DJ.
It is Drowning Pool, but following the bad play from Caden Johnson, who turned the football over.
I'm telling you, man, that beat Shazam game on TV, I kill it. Had a big play, though. Turnover
for the Dogs. Their first one of the night. They've been doing so well in the turnover battle today, not giving anything up. Johnson with a poor read, not getting the ball pitched far enough to Tilford. And with that now, here come the Discoverers. Following the turnover from the Dogs at their own 29-yard line. Our boss, Derek Beck, just texted me and said, yes, Drowning Pool? Poop, really, as well? So, sorry, boss. We're a timeout on the side of the Discoverers, though, so we'll take a timeout as well.
He has to learn that he has to reel me in sometimes.
I let him go. I let him wild on that drive. But with that, a timeout on the field for the Discoverers. We'll take a timeout as well when we come back here. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
Your health is nothing to fool with. That's why when supplies are important, you should trust no one but the best. Great Plains Home Care Equipment features full home care outfits. All of the items you or your loved one will need for rehabilitation, including oxygen and respiratory equipment, whether it's for staying at home or for moving around. Great Plains Home Care Equipment, 600 East Francis Street, Suite 6 in North Platte.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
Ooh, boy, the summer is flying by at Larry's RV in North Platte. Stop by if you're looking for a new RV or needing parts and accessories. New Bullet travel trailers are arriving, and Rockwell travel trailers and fifth wheels coming soon. A new 2022 Milestone 326 RL fifth wheel is here. A very spacious living room and an island kitchen.
North Platte.
Welcome back to Bauer Field. It is currently a 21-0 ball game. 1st and 10, though, for the Discoverers following the North Platte turnover. Daniels is going to get it on a jet sweep to the outside. Cuts up field, but doesn't get too much more than that. Got some good seven. Oh, my, good heavens there on my wording. As that Dorian Daniels. I don't know where I got Adrian. I'm stuck on what happened during our commercial break. As that's a gain of 6 from Daniels.
All right.
Back out there.
There you got Bauer Field right.
I did get that time.
Feather in the
Braylon Vancouver back on the field here in the 4th quarter, taking over for Wickham. You know, Vancouver left in the 3rd quarter with an injury, but he's back out here.
Wickham had a rough first part of this 3rd quarter.
He did, as now up the middle, seeing another run, quarter. Isaiah Kibalia, as Kibalia will get enough for the first down as a gain of 4 on my side. Let's see actually where they mark. Nope, they're going to... what's the call here?
All right.
They are going to give it a first down as the 4 from Kibalia. First down and 10 for the Discoverers as Kibalia is back in at the running back position with Vancouver in at quarterback. Bulldogs lead 21-0 with 6:26 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Vancouver to Kibalia. Actually, he's going to step back and look to throw. Running to the right side, looking for a downfield block, and then is brought down. Wow. Eli Broman. Broman with the high tackle on Vancouver, but he got enough for 6 yards, and that's almost close to a first down.
Another one of those where the coach says, hey, good tackle, but let's get down a little bit. Get down low.
Vancouver's not a small guy. You know, Vancouver sitting here at, actually, he is 150. So it's the middle school on the far side.
Still don't want to be tackling up there.
That's true.
Dangerous.
On the far side, middle school getting their lights out. Now with 5:46 left to go in the 4th quarter, time just to winding down. Bulldogs lead 21-0. Discoverers in no real rush to get anything going. Vancouver handing it off. Crowley cutting upfield, then cutting back to the outside, almost getting tackled. He's at the 50, and then jukes, and is finally big time bring down. Ryan Fox getting his name called here today for the first time with a huge stuff. A hold though on the side of the Discoverers. That's a late call. And again, it looked like, and it might have been just like the same case, when Crowley's cutting it back upfield, the defender was trying to chase him from behind, and then the offensive line or the blocker just wouldn't let go, and because of that, a hold on the Discoverers. That big play negated. 2nd down and 10 now at their own 39-yard line. That's a huge misstep on their side.
Yes, sir.
Would have been a first down for Crowley, but just couldn't. Just that, again, another shot in the foot coming from the Discoverers. One big play, 2 steps back. So now it's 2nd and 10 for Vancouver. And a timeout once again called on the side of the Discoverers. That's their 2nd, I think, of this quarter. And with that,
first.
Is it their first?
Yeah,
My bad. It might have been an official's timeout then. Hey, we'll take a break and we come back here. More second half action with 5:41 left to go in the 4th quarter here. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming NorthPlattePost.com with the Bulldogs up 21-0.
Sandhills State Bank is a bank for Sandhillers. Families, entrepreneurs, teachers, nonprofits, farmers, nurses, contractors, ranchers, stylists, artists, retailers, professionals, outfitters, restaurateurs, mechanics. It takes all of us to make the Sandhills prosper, and Sandhills State Bank is here to help. Open an account today at sandhillstate.com/open or visit one of our 10 locations across the Sandhills to start growing the Sandhills together. Sandhills State Bank, member FDIC.
Not sure where to find your students' grades? How about events or news about your student's school?
Well, at North Platte Public Schools, we have an app for that. Downloading the app is free and easy. Simply visit your app store and search for North Platte School District. Once it's downloaded, you can adjust the settings to meet your needs. Next time you need to know what's on the lunch menu or review the school announcements, remember, we have an app for that. We are NPPS. Come grow with us.
Welcome back here. Bauer Field. Bulldogs leading 21-0. Vancouver deep down the field. Intercepted by Colin Tilford. He's down the sideline at the 45-40. Cutting upfield, still going. Bouncing into the inside. 35 going, and finally down at the Discoverers 30. Colton Tilford with the interception.
Man, dangerous ball. They threw that ball into double coverage, did Vancouver, and Colton Tilford jumped it from the backside. Great play by Colton Tilford.
And following the mistake from the Bulldogs on their fumble from Caden Johnson, Tilford makes it up on the other side, and he'll now start at the 31-yard line of the Discoverers. Holy cow. That's just oh my good heavens, what a play from Colton Tilford. Bulldogs now in perfect field position, but a false start. Looking to go against the side of the Dogs.
Offsides, Paxton.
Oh, wait a second. Offsides? No, that
maybe
far
must have
judge,
said he drew him.
That far judge is pointing.
No, he's the one that hip real quick.
Nope, there it is right there. False start from the main
heck is going on? Come on, man. Can't make me look like a fool. Make me look like a fool up here. Come on.
I was going to say the one side judge over there seemed like it said encroachment. Then on this side judge, we had a false start. Oh, Scott's going to get him. But here we go. First down and 15 for the Bulldogs here as they now start at their Discoverers 37.
He did signal offsides in my defense, right?
I saw something over there for encroachment.
Well, no, the official did first. He offsides and then
corrected it to
switched her on me.
False start. Brecken Torres going to get the pitch now on the outside, seeing his first action. 30, 25, cutting upfield, and then is finally tackled almost near the first down marker. Brecken Torres getting his first run of the day. He's going to get a good chunk of maybe 14 from Torres. And with that, it's a gain of 13.
Yeah, just a great run. Got good blocking on the outside. I didn't see who it was. I think it was Colton Tilford out in front of him, blocking for him. But he got some good blocking upfield. Dogs have been good at that all season.
Second down. They're going to hand it off to Robley up the middle. Still going was Brock Robley, but he gets enough for the first down, maybe around the 20. Let's see. Brock Robley will get enough for the first, but is it 2 or 3? And they're going to say 3 yards from Brock Robley. That's a Bulldog first down. Brock Robley now up to 166 total yards of running.
And he hasn't had any big runs for the most part. Those are choppy 3, 4, 5 yard plays. He's just been a workhorse.
Tonight, and something we haven't seen in quite some time. His last couple of games, he's had some issues really trying to get some penetration and some separation from the line, but doing so tonight. So first and 10 at the 21-yard line of the Discoverers. Robley up the middle again, still making those legs turning, and is finally swung and brought down after maybe a gain of 4.
Robley with the carry. Brought down by a host of Columbus tacklers.
So now, it's now a second down and 5 following the run from Robley. As Brecken Torres is in, as well as C.J. Johnson again to the far side. Johnson in motion comes Brower, hands it to Robley off the right side, who cuts upfield, is immediately stuffed, and then finally pushed forward after another solid gain. That one of 4.
Man, Coach Haltig saying, hey, Robley's getting 3, 4 yards per carry. We're just going to keep handing it to him up the middle. It's safe.
Correction, that's not Robley. That's Alonzo Torres getting another first run of the night. I know, it looked like it was Robley, but Alonzo Torres getting his first run, so both Tilford and Robley getting some big
great
rest.
run then by Alonzo. Gosh darn it.
Nice. This is some good, though, seeing a lot of these young guys get some efforts. Alonzo Torres, the sophomore, going to hand it off to Brecken Torres. He's going towards the pylon. Does he reach for it? He does!
Short.
Oh, I'm going to say he's just short, but Brecken Torres really reaching out there to get that run in. That's a solid pickup of 9 from Brecken Torres. It's now 1st and goal for the Dogs at the 3-yard line. Just love to see it. It's these young guys, again, getting some action up 21-0.
Yeah, good stuff.
I love to see this from Coach Altig. With 2:51 left to go here in the ball game. Dogs, though, threatening again to score. In motion, hand it off to Alonzo Torres again. Does he get into the end zone? He gets close. He gets to maybe about the 1, maybe even half-yard line. Alonzo Torres getting tackled by Blazer. And now a quick hurry-up offense on the side of the Dogs. As Scott has a weather update quickly. Hit it, Scott.
Hey, just a severe thunderstorm warning. This one for us here in Lincoln County in effect till 8:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. And I'll have the details shortly.
The run from Torres. He's in for his first touchdown of the season. Alonzo Torres with the 1-yard touchdown run. Holy moly.
And if you live in the neighborhood, yes, that's a howitzer. I'm used to it now. Dogs have scored enough that I've gotten used to the howitzer. When they, at the beginning of the pregame, when they were bringing that thing in, I was looking, I was like, is that a stinking cannon they're bringing in? And then it's like, looks like a howitzer, but I thought, no way, it's got to be, a camera mount, a camera crane or something like that, which I can't imagine hauling that around. But, and then I saw the Humvee that they got it out of, so it is
howitzer.
Not sure this is my guess, Nebraska National Guard or
it's somebody.
somewhere.
But now it's 28-0 for the Bulldogs following the extra point. What a game for this Bulldogs offense. 28-0
on homecoming. Hey, let's do this weather real quick. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect. Northeastern Perkins, southeastern Keith, west central Lincoln. As I mentioned, until 8:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. At 7:54, this storm 8 miles north of LC, 21 miles northeast of Grant, and moving off to the east at 25 miles per hour. Ping pong ball-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds in the path. Mainly rural areas of Perkins, southeastern Keith, and west central Lincoln counties. So if you're out there in rural parts of the counties, batten down the hatches, get the cars in the Quonset.
Batten down the hatches. But on the bright side, we're going to get this game in, though. So the scared of the lightning delay coming in is in our rearview mirror, as we're going to get this game in under 2 hours.
Yeah,
over 2 hours.
Confirmation from Terry, the director of the North Platte Public Schools Foundation, is the Nebraska National Guard providing the howitzer tonight. Man, it's amazing. It's cool.
I want to be that guy, but can we have it for every single game?
Right.
I mean, that would be pretty gnarly, as Luke Borges up here to kick off for the Dogs. They're up 28-0 over the Discoverers. Deep to return and picking up is Crumley. He's now at the 20-yard line, breaking one tackle and still throwing his body around, as I just saw some lightning towards the light of the sky behind us. As
we got
Dylan Crumley, we have
minutes.
2 minutes.
Please.
So, again, it could be a camera, very high-powered camera. Don't want to be that guy. I want to keep it positive
could be the Webb
here.
telescope.
Sorry. James Webb is peering down on us from space.
You won't believe what we saw in Nebraska.
There's a football game going on.
They landed on the moon.
So 1st down and 10, as I believe we have a new quarterback in as well.
I don't know. Just get this clock
Yes, we
running,
do.
please.
It's going to be, is that Liam Blazer at quarterback? I'm trying to see. I can't see. Or Jackson Anderson. It's actually a Wildcat. Blazer gets it, breaks one tackle, and is spun down around the first down marker. And he will get a first down following an 11-yard pickup from Blazer on the Wildcat.
20, La Chapelle.
So, La Chapelle there on the tackle for the they are going. They are going Wildcat formation here in the last minute with Liam Blazer at the gun. Now 1:04 left to go here in the 4th quarter.
Our director of sales, Louis Carlini, said could be Martians. Could be.
Oh, it could be Martians. That's a good one. They do possibly exist, as Blazer are going to take it up the middle.
Not imminent.
For a gain of 4 from Liam Blazer. Or gain of 6. Type in the comments if you're watching the video stream, or text into Scott or myself, or tweet us on Twitter. You can find me at Paxton Sports. What you think that flash was? We got Louis Carlini, our sales manager, thinking it was a Martian. I said it could be a camera.
James Webb
telescope. From Scott. Oh, running into their own player is Blazer is going to bounce it to the outside, and he'll get enough for the first down.
18 Forney with the carry.
Actually, Cale Forney gets the carry.
Number 5, CJ Johnson.
Who's coming in now. The punter getting some runs. First down for the Discoverers. 23 seconds, though, left in this ballgame. I'm still thinking it's a camera. I'm going with that.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I like that idea a lot, too.
In 23 seconds, it can be lightning.
Yes, it can. Yes, it can. And there, Forney going down the middle of the field, intercepted by the Bulldogs. Running it upfield, that's going to be Logan Streeter, who is coming in for a substitution. Streeter with the interception. Yeah. That's the second of the day for the Dogs, and that's how they'll cap this game off.
There's still 19 seconds. I didn't stop the clock. I apologize. The ref just looked at me and said, please put 19 seconds back on the clock.
28-0 following the interception to Logan Streeter. Now the Dogs looking to get into the kneel-down formation to pick up their second victory in a row.
That's right. Victory formation, baby.
So, and there's the kneel-down, and that is it. North Platte High School, coming in off their bye week, pick up a huge victory over the Discoverers to now get into 2-0 on the year. Wow, Scott.
Man.
What a game this was.
That's fun. Yeah, a great homecoming game for the Bulldogs, and hey, always more fun to be on this end of it for sure.
Of course. And coming up, it's going to be a quick stop post-game show as the Bulldogs in the final defeat the Discoverers 28-0. When we come back, we'll give you that coverage right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
Fall in love with your mattress. You can save big on top brands. Experience restorative rest from Tempur-Pedic. Feel the trusted support of Sealy. And discover the handcrafted details of Stearns & Foster. So you wake up rested and refreshed.
Only at Swan's Fine Home, 420 East 4th Street, North Platte. Style lives here.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Pickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water? Is a little out of the league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Find me, Brent Rogo, at 502 East Trenton.
Experience is something many can.
Hey.
Mugs, keychains, and even pens. Check out the new owner, Robert and the crew at 1620 East 4th Street, Suite 120, right by the Gears.
You're listening to Bulldog Athletics with Swift Auto Center of North Platte on KWQ North Platte, 1410 AM and FM 98.1.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Bauer Field. Bulldogs pick up the big victory over the, Columbus Discoverers, 28-0. Scott Carlson is crouched down right in front of me. We had here. I'm gonna get us into a little view here. If Carl can zoom us back a little bit onto our screen. Everybody that's watching into the video live stream will see our beautiful faces as it is time for our post-game show. As holy moly, I am zoomed really far in. Scott's right. I know you can't see it right in front of me. Scott Carlson accidentally spilled his Monster Energy drink right on us. So Scott, unfortunately, took a little bit of a spill on his side, and with that, the Dogs still picked up the victory, though, 28-0 as they defeated the Discoverers here. It was a strong performance from start to finish for North Platte as they just, from the minute go, they had that first 3-and-out as they just couldn't seem to get anything going offensively. Then they forced a 3-and-out on the side of Columbus, and then from that point on, it was all North Platte all the time. As I'm going to motion to my camera, is my guy Scott Carlson. Good to see you. Good to see you, fella. It's nice to see you here. Bulldogs picking up the big victory. Man, it just, again, we talked about going into the halftime. Dogs were only leading 7-0 at that point. We're like, man, it just feels like they shouldn't be leading by 7. They should be leading by more. And you know what, man? 21 unanswered points in that second half to explode to a 28-0 victory.
Yeah, I tell you what, it was after the first possession by the Bulldogs, like you said, boom, quick 3-and-out. You're kind of thinking, oh, man, come on. We got to get our running game going. And that's exactly... No more spillage. That's exactly what they did, was got their running game going. The Bulldogs dominated pretty much from that point on. It was their game, and I'm with you. At halftime, you felt like it should have been at least 14-0 or something.
It should have been, actually, in my opinion, 21-0 as we get into our drive summary here. Starting off again, both teams went 3-and-out in their opening stint. Kind of looked like a game where you're like, woo, ain't looking so good, because again, Bulldogs leading off, they elected to receive in the first half, something that they've been doing for many weeks now to score quickly. Didn't get anything going, and we thought, man, that might be off to a rough start, as we've seen sometimes. But hey, they bounced back in their third possession, a 50-yard, 8-play drive that ended in a 1-yard Brock Robley touchdown run, which was great because it just looked like that entire drive, no matter what the Discoverers did, they just couldn't get any momentum going to stop Robley, and that really was who the difference maker in this game was.
Yeah, Coach Altig, Brock was, as we mentioned, throughout the game producing 3-4 yards a carry, and if your premier back is doing that, you're confident he's going to protect the ball, so you're going to keep giving it to him. And then every once in a while you saw it open up some great things on the outside for Johnson and Tilford and Brower.
Yeah, and that's really what it was all game. Brock Robley opening up this offense, even though the passing attack wasn't as efficient or prolific as it was against Scottsbluff. Yeah. The running, you just stick to what your guns were all game long, besides the second quarter, which we'll get to. Other than that, it's really just been all North Platte all the time. In the second quarter, there was a 3-and-out again forced by the Bulldogs on the side of the Discoverers, and then the Bulldogs turnover on downs deep in their territory. But bouncing back and forcing a punt on the side of Columbus, and then another punt from the Dogs. And from that point on, it was really just a punt-heavy second quarter, really, because the Dogs just continued to open up the playbook maybe just a bit too much in the terms of their passing attack. We really didn't like it. Thinking back on it, of course, we talked pregame how we always wanted the Dogs maybe, hey, open up that passing attack a little more. It was so successful against Scottsbluff. A little too open on their side here. They went into halftime only up 7-0. We get to that third quarter. The weakest part of the Dogs game has so far been third quarters. They came out, they were on fire. They forced a punt immediately from the side of the Discoverers. What did they do? 29-yard touchdown run from Colton Tilford on the far sideline, tiptoeing around that sideline, put the Dogs up 14-0. Then what do you do on your defensive side? Force another punt from Columbus. And how do you respond to that punt? A touchdown from Brock Robley, 29 yards again for the 21-0 lead. It just looked like at that point there's no stopping this Bulldogs offense. Then they forced a punt on the side of Columbus, and then things got a little hairy as Caden Johnson, again in his third game now, had a turnover, an unforced error trying to pitch the ball to Colton Tilford, where it was nowhere near Tilford, picked up by the Discoverers. It looked like, hey, maybe now Columbus could get something going. Nope, intercepted. by, guess who? Colton Tilford on the far side of the field. Brought it back and then resulted in a 1-yard touchdown run from Alonzo Torres with the extra point good to put the Dogs up 28-0 before an interception from Logan Streeter to cap the game off for the Dogs. They win 28-0 here against the Columbus Discoverers. Just all around, probably their best game all season.
Yeah, definitely start to finish their best game of the season, and they didn't let up. We obviously haven't seen them play, or we're concerned always going into the third quarter where the energy level is going to be, how much gas going to be left in the tank. But I told you, cooler weather. I think you had a better matchup size-wise on the line, and the Dogs looked fresh running off the field into halftime. And we've seen them dragging into the locker room at halftime. So
it's a good change.
It was great.
It's a good change round. But that was our Clear Eye Focus game stats. Clear Eye Focus Eye Care, specializing in preventative eye care, dry eye treatment, and vision therapy. Schedule your appointment today. Hey, when we come back here on the Quick Stop post-game show, head coach Kurt Altig will be here in booth to give us his victory speech after a 28-0 victory over the Discoverers. When we come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and as always, live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
Sandhill State Bank is a bank for Sandhillers. Families, entrepreneurs, teachers, nonprofits, farmers, nurses, contractors, ranchers, stylists, artists, retailers, professionals, outfitters, restaurateurs, mechanics. It takes all of us to make the Sandhills prosper, and Sandhill State Bank is here to help. Open an account today at sandhillstate.com/open or visit one of our 10 locations across the Sandhills to start growing the Sandhills together. Sandhill State Bank, member FDIC.
Not sure where to find your students' grades? How about events or news about your student's school? Well, at North Platte Public Schools, we have an app for that. Downloading the app is free and easy. Simply visit your app store and search for North Platte School District. Once it's downloaded, you can adjust the settings to meet your needs. Next time you need to know what's on the lunch menu or review the school announcements, remember, we have an app for that. We are NPPS. Come grow with us.
Larry's Glass would like to thank all of their valuable customers over the years for voting them #1 in glass replacement. Larry's Glass is a full-service glass company, from car windows and storefronts to custom-cut glass, mirrors, and more. If you need glass, Larry's Glass has you covered. They take pride in their work with professional installation and satisfaction guaranteed. Thank you for your patronage over the years and for voting them #1 in glass replacement. Larry's Glass on the corner of 5th and Vine, where they do glass and so much more.
North Platte Post Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, here to the Quick Stop post-game show. I'm Paxton Gordon, joined by the victorious 2-0 head coach, Kurt Altig. Coach, man, this game just seemed from the get-go like it was just your team all the time.
You know, we were pretty confident coming into this week. I didn't want to really give you all of our game plan the other day, but, you know, this team kind of lines up very similar to what we saw 2 weeks ago against Scotts Bluff. We liked our athletes. We liked what we were going to do. And, you know, I told the guys all week, and I kind of spoiled it downtown at the pep rally, but if we come out and play like we're supposed to, you know, people are going to be surprised. So, you know, I'm not really surprised the outcome of this. We came out and played Bulldog football. We were just relentless on defense, which is what we've been waiting to see these guys fly around you know, all year, and then ground and pound, blunt force trauma, and just wear you down on offense.
Yeah, it really was just, I mean, when you go through the first half, you might say you left a couple points on the board. Me and Scott were talking about how we were so happy to see the playbook open up a little bit more with some more passing opportunities, but maybe got a little too cute with the passing, and then you came out in the second half and really, again, Bulldog football bludgeoning in the opponent. And let's just start with Brock Robley. He just got everything going by the help of that offensive line, which has a couple stopgap starters at the moment going on.
You know, our offensive staff had just a fantastic plan coming into the week, and it really helped that this is the third time we played these guys in, 11 months. And so, we installed a game plan. In the first half, we didn't quite execute the way we wanted to. We had, and we'll take that right at the end of the first half. That's kind of a coaching blunder. We should have just called a timeout, kicked a field goal. I'll take that one. We thought maybe we could get one more play in there, and it didn't work out for us. As far as throwing the ball goes, we were just pound it. And then we have, a little pass off of it just to kind of open them up, spread them out a little bit, make them think. And, we hit a couple of them. We didn't hit others. And then in the second half, we knew we were just going to be able to come out and just blunt force trauma is what I like to call it.
Run them over. And you ran them over all right. Now, an interesting approach is they, of course, for the Discoverers losing their star senior quarterback to just graduation, running with just two rotating in quarterbacks. As a coach and a defensive coach, how do you really game plan for that? Because not every quarterback is going to play the same when they come in.
When we've been breaking down film, we were trying to figure out if there was a rhyme or a reason for their quarterback play. And we really couldn't see any, just outside of them having a two-man rotation. And, those two guys are pretty similar. Mm-hmm. The one guy might be a little bit faster, but we were real confident with the defense that we were putting on the field and with our athletic ability and kind of watching them on film that if we executed like we could, we were going to be real tough on them.
And it was real tough on them. They just couldn't find any way to stop that running attack from all aspects. Of course, coming from Brock Rowley. Coach, week off really helped that team. Now you're going to head back, I believe, on the road. You'll be taking on Kearney next week. Short little stint, not the long travels that you had earlier in the season, but now coming off of this game, how confident are you that this team has, I would say, finally figured it out in certain aspects, third quarter to be exact, as well as that turnover battle, besides the one from Caden Johnson earlier on, that you can go into Kearney and just punch them right in the mouth like you did here against Columbus?
You know what? Our whole focus all week and throughout the whole year is being able to play 4 quarters of Bulldog football. And if we can do that, I feel we can be competitive against anybody and be in games against anybody and beat about anybody. It's just us coming out and executing. Like I told the guys, I wanted 4 quarters of Bulldog football, and we got about 3 and maybe 2/3. So there's some stuff we can clean up, and which, as I told them out there, that might be scary for some opponents, especially, coming with our style of football, having to prepare for us in a week. So we're ready to take on the challenge at Kearney next week. They're going to be a completely different animal than what we've seen the last few weeks, but we're ready for the challenge.
Ready for the challenge. Bulldogs pick up the big victory, 28-0 over Columbus. Coach, again, thank you so much here for coming on in. I can't wait to see you down at Kearney. Hey, 2-0 winning streak. The momentum starting to push back in your favor.
All right, thank you very much. We look forward to next week.
Thank for it. Hey, we'll come back with more of the Quick Stop post-game show right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine, too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
See me, Pete Foltz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
Mary is trying the new Philly-style Runza sandwich.
Rocky was set in Philadelphia.
Wonder if he ever had a Philly-style Runza sandwich.
Yo, Adrian, I love these green peppers, onions, steak seasoning, and Swiss.
We should go do boxing later.
You haven't seen Rocky, have you?
Not at all. Been too busy eating the new Philly-style Runza sandwich. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
With lots of new and pre-owned vehicles, Premier Toyota just south of I-80 in North Platte is ready to help you get into the ride you've been dreaming of, whether you want to buy or lease. Find out for yourself what an enjoyable experience it is to do business with the staff at Premier Toyota. Premier Toyota also offers the Toyota Cares maintenance plans. Test drive a new Toyota today and like them on Facebook for what's new. Let's go places. Premier Toyota in North Platte.
It's a stampede. Snorting bulls, piercing horns, and twisting bronco busting action. It's all charging into the Wild West Arena, September 16th and 17th. And you don't want to miss the ride. The Mid-Plains Community College Stampede. The best cowboys and cowgirls in the Great Plains. Competing against the best stock the industry has to offer in 2 frenzied performances. Action begins at 7 p.m. each night. Tickets are $10 at the gate. It's the Mid-Plains Community College Stampede. Let's ride.
North Platte Post Sports.
I can't. Welcome back, everybody, to the Quick Stop post-game show.
Mike was on.
I know, but it was as everybody
you need
sits
me
here.
to take control of that.
God, I guess
give me the mouse.
You have the special magic.
It thinks
mouse.
there's another
there you go.
screen
there
over
you
there.
go. So now, hey everybody, welcome
you can
back
see
to the Quick Stop post-game show. We're not an experienced at this. We're just professional.
We're radio guys playing TV
we're
guys.
professional fly coverage people.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Dogs defeating
Lightning.
Columbus.
Hello.
Hey, 28-0. The Lightning has finally approached. We got out just in the nick of time. No kidding.
Yeah.
It wasn't the telescope. Anna Martian, sorry, Lou. It was actually lightning. Hate to burst your bubble there. Dogs, though, defeat the Discoverers 28-0. Dominating performance on all aspects from the front as I reach over here, pick up my stat sheet. A total 299 offensive rushing yards, 171 of them coming from Brock Robley.
Yeah.
Man, he just could not be stopped in any retrospect. That's 171 on 28 carries, so he really was the bell cow tonight.
It was. Yeah, just, hey, you heard Coach say it. They knew that their team was ready. They had confidence in their line being able to dominate, and that's what happened. And you saw Brock Robley open up, but you got to give credit up front where those guys were opening up Mack truck size holes.
Oh, man, it was basically really Mack truck size holes.
Yeah.
It's just it was so fun to see because we've seen many games now where it was so tough for Robley to really get anything going on the interior. Against Scottsbluff, a good example, and Grand Island as well. You know, ever since the Papillion La Vista South game where he had that massive 49-yard touchdown run, haven't seen too many big runs from Robley. And tonight sounded like his coming out party saying, hey, we might have figured some stuff out, and watch out, specifically Kearney next week, which is going to pose a different challenge for the Dogs, more pass-heavy style on their front. But hey, let's get to our premier sponsors here for today. Another round / Rivers Edge Golf Course. After your amazing golf game, swing into another round for some amazing food and drinks. Dave's Place Pizza and Wings on 1510 East 4th Street. Meet your friends, family, and enjoy some pizza, specifically Pizza of the Month, the daily specials, wings, and more at Dave's Place. Sandhills State Bank, the most committed brand in banking with locations in North Platte, Ogallala, Grant, Juanita, Bassett, Valentine, Harrison, Alliance, Arthur, and Hyannis. Go to sandhillsstate.com for a full list of services and locations. CT Computer Services, your IT guy, since 2005, servicing the North Platte area. And then Premier Toyota. Premier Toyota, just south of I-80 in North Platte, invites you to stop out and take a test drive today, as well as our video sponsor for today, Allo Communications. Go to allofiber.com to get all their details on fiber phone, television, and internet. As well as thank you for sponsoring our post-game coaches interview, Willow Creek Embroidery. New location, new owners. Check out Robert and the crew at 620 East 4th Street, Suite 120, right by the Gary Scott. Closing statements as we get ready for Kearney next week. Yeah,
I'll tell you what, like you said, you're going to see a different beast when you get to Kearney. Coach Cool, always a very well-prepared team, and they're going to play North Platte tough because it's North Platte against Kearney. And, hey, Dog's going to go to Foster Field. We get to call a game and some cool digs, man.
Yes, we do.
And I'm confident. We saw a good-looking Dogs football team tonight, and I think if they can carry that momentum over to Kearney, it's going to be a great game.
It's going to be a punch in the mouth to Kearney as well because this team just kind of came out today following their bye week like a whole different team, and that just bodes well for them. But thank you again for tuning in to our Quick Stop post-game show. I'm Paxton Gordon. That's Scott Carlson. We are going to get out of here before the thunder hits and we get stormed in here. So everybody out there, please be safe. It is quite severe. Scott, last update was it was just coming in. Golf ball size hail with winds up to what? 25?
60.
60 miles
Say
per
25.
hour. Sorry, that was the...
Maybe in Colorado.
Maybe in
We
Colorado.
also learned tonight that in Colorado they say like a fly on an electric...
Fly on an electric trap.
Trap.
That's Coloradans over here. Keeping it proud.
stupid.
Keeping it proud. Stay proud,
Tell me
Colorado.
about
But anyway...
I love Colorado, but that's
not
saying's
flying
gotta
a
go.
trap. I mean,
rid of
again, fly on a poop is not any better.
That's what they do.
I know, but that's not the same. That's not the
it.
same. That's not the same. But anyway, thank you for tuning in to our flag coverage as well as Bulldog football. Hey, I'll see you all tomorrow for softball Bulldog Invitational starting at noon at Dow Howard. Yes, it's going to be the number 2 seeded North Platte High School girls softball team. It's going to be fun. So I'll see you all at noon at Dow Howard. And we'll see you all again also next week for more football action on the road at Kearney.
You've been listening to the